walking the dust off. Is that what you do? Is that all you're made of? Whatever ain't right, prove it on yourself. Revisit your act, return to parallel. Living on a guideline, been there, done that, hold up and there. Instead of being bitter, back up, go grab your keys. Follow the stunt driver who hit the tip top of an adventure. Ready to relish everyday desire. Caught fire, lighting up the way. Let go what holds us back. Take over, then different together. Breaking the barrier. What's the better time? 'Cause we can zigzag, show them this is our own track. Look out, we won't get caught up.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all doing today? Big Jose, Latralius, Fox. Good to have you guys here, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I just realized there's no game sound. There we go. Jose, I haven't seen your ass in like 3 months. Where you been, man? Crazy stuff, bro. There we go. Now we got audio. Bro, so free to play is what matters. Is how long does it take to grind one summon throughout my dailies? I'll do that later. If it takes 1 week for one summon, then the game better be good. Otherwise, skip. Acceptable. Acceptable. Fat asses and abs with CD cups. Oh boy, homie went in. I see you in both chats, bro. Being a G, Fox, sir. Zenovius and Lapernicus, bro. We're about to see Zenos and Lad's first and last message during the whole stream, bro. Watch. I tried joining yesterday on Discord, but I couldn't join. Yeah, so, I didn't see that you had put the rip tag, so I hadn't given you the rip roll, bro. Rick roll, you know what I mean? My fault on that, bro. My fault, Jake. Yo, I've already done my weeklies. My weekly bosses, but now you have it so you can join. I have my weeklies still to do. Oh, shit. Yo, who do we got to farm for Galbrena? Who do we got to farm? Probably something else, right? Because it's 2.7, so it's probably going to be another world boss. I mean, not necessarily, but I don't know. Let me see if we have it in the channel, bro. There we go. Nope. Yeah, but you could join now. New overworld boss. What up, Nines? Good to see you, bro. Shit. So I don't know what to farm. Let's see what other characters I could level up, I suppose. All right, let's see what we got going on here. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Fuck. There we go. What do I need for you? Boom. No, not supply pack, bro. Shit. Let's go and do some Hakade, bro, and then we'll level up our Smolada. Yup, last message. But see, don't you feel much better now, Zeno? You're not a mod. You don't have to be in here, bro. You don't have to be modding or nothing, bro. You could just be out here talking about toes and shit with Lat. Because Lat was telling me, bro, he's a toe lover. I was like, that's crazy, bro. Gabby does need Fallen Sovereign mats, though. I'll farm those when we get closer to her. For now, I need to do my weekly because I haven't done them. Anime was good. Y'all, was a good chat we had yesterday, Nines. All of us in there. Shit was mad fun, bro. I just geeked out until like freaking 6 in the morning. hell no. She got hit, bro.
I engraft you new. With style and grace. Freeze me. Taste my resolve.
Taste my result.
We are the name of glory.
Nice, nice, nice.
Cannot be sullied.
Picking on Clasher's account, yeah, it was chill. Hey, bro, I called that. Bro, if anything, I feel that Clasher deserves to give us, like, some sort of, like, cookie. Because, we were giving some fair advice, bro. You know what I mean? I think it was some very fair advice. We gotta do this 3 times, bro. Winding down, doing dailies. How you doing, Crystal? Welcome to the stream. Like, I be doing all of that when I can just go like this, bro, and just destroy this thing. Just quick. Bro, that latest video that I dropped is popping off, bro. Like, it's doing super good. Give Latios my blessing on pulling Iuno. Latios, I give you my blessing on pulling Iuno, bro. You about to get her, bro. If you don't get Iuno, ban him, Zeno. Sinklin, what's good, dog? How you doing? Alright, let's see. I need one more. Gotta level up my, what's her face? My, Smalata. But I ain't even gonna lie though. There are 2 gimmicks that I don't like in the game right now. One is coordinated attackers. I just don't like it. Characters that heavily rely on coordinated attackers, or just teammates that work via coordinated attacks. I just don't like that shit all too much. And I also don't like the whole echo skill crap. It's just not my thing, bro. I try to level some stuff yesterday. I need mods, none dropped. Hey, hopefully you get something today. Alright, let's see. Let's get us some levels on our homegirl over here.
I alone will decide whether it's for show or for battle.
I know those mats were for Galbrena, but shit. Might as well. I have them, right? Might as well get her leveled up. How many of these do I have? Ah, shit. I don't have enough. That's fine. We still have plenty of time until Galbrena. There we go. She's done and my mats are farmed. You're 10. You need to be leveled up a little bit. A lot of it. Shit. Yeah, actually, I could do this. I need some of these. Shit. Oh, hell no, I'm poor. Okay, let's go back to farming for Galbrena real quick. Pistols. I just used way too many that I shouldn't have. You were able to get Iuno earlier, Sinklin? Hell yeah. Did you ever get Augusta or nah? Koji, what's good? I do have material boxes, but material boxes are used for when you don't have stam. At least that's how I use them, right? But if I have stam, I don't use material boxes because there's no purpose. Like, it's Sunday. I have to use my weekly runs. Like, I have to. You know what I mean? So why would I use the box to give me the materials for it? And then the same goes for this. Although for some reason I just used all my stamina, so I guess we're not doing this. And I'm not max refreshing anymore either, so shit, we're cooked. I guess we're just echo farming for a good 30 minutes or so, and then we're gonna do some reactions to some content that people want me to react to. Plus, I need videos for the channel. I've dropped some good videos this week. Weekly limit. This is one of the dumbest things they could add in the game, bro. A weekly limit for experience, even though you're still doing your dailies and doing your weeklies. But nah. Shubham, what's good? How you doing? Waiting to get mats and stamina so I can finish Iuno, then my Augusta will finally be able to be unleashed. Fair. Fair. Am I running DPS Iuno? No. I'm running support Iuno. Full support Iuno. Although I will be farming DPS echoes for Iuno. Problem is that I haven't done Tacit Fields in like a month, bro. I literally haven't done Tacit Fields in like a month, so that's gonna be something. CJ says I panic. You do panic though. The only one that I know that doesn't panic too much is Laperlicus, bro. Hint: elephant in the room. Is it this thing? That looks like an elephant in the room. Is Moonlit better on Augusta team for overall damage? Is Moonlit better on Augusta? I don't think so. I think that if you have Iuno, you want to run her set anyway. I just like seeing my Augusta deal more damage. Oh, you did pull Augusta and Shorekeeper? Nice. Like when we're doing content in general, I was saying that I think you're the one that panics the least out of, like, you know, Crystal and Zena. It's because Lat is from the trenches, bro. Like, Lat's been out there in them Stallcraft streets, bro. If he don't panic out in them Stallcraft streets, he ain't gonna panic in Dune. He ain't gonna panic in none of these games, bro. Alright, let's see what we got here. There we go. Yeah. Like if you have S0R1 Augusta, you definitely want to get yourself just regular build DPS, or not DPS, but like the main things of Iuno. Mushrooms? That's crazy. Homie ate mushrooms, that's why he's acting crazy. Bro, I legit didn't want to stream today. I've had to do so much today. Between taking care of my dog, waking her hella early with a bad sleep. I had to do the video, take care of some things at the house, take care of my girl because she's sick. And after that, I had to go to the supermarket, buy food, bring all that back. Yeah, it was a lot, bro. So I was like, I don't want to stream today, bro, but it just so casually happens that every time that I don't want to stream is the freaking weekend. So I was like, I have to. Yeah, it's right now it's smooth, but I gotta wait until I get into combat, but it should be smooth. It should be smooth. Well, I want to get 10k heals on my SK so bad. Because then when I get a character like Augusta, one heal would get 2/3 of her HP done. So that would be great. Hope you guys appreciate you, Jose. Appreciate you, dog. Jose, when are you going to come back and chat it up with us? You be out there in other Discords and shit. Crazy behavior, bro. I think I'm going to get the wings that you can buy from the shop for $10 because I love these wings on Augusta, but I don't like these wings on Iuno or Shorekeeper. So I feel that I could get the other wings and just have them match my Shorekeeper and Iuno. So good. You'll lock in on the next game we play? Blue Protocol? Yeah, but Blue Protocol is not a scary, but like a panicky type game. So we'll all be chill. Hey, it is your fault because it was in the rules, Jose. That means you ain't reading the rules or the pins, bro. Imagine that crazy behavior. Now that I've been thinking about it, and ever since Chipper said it, I do like the changes to the Discord more, because now people that want to, bro, new members that are joining the Discord are equipping the tag before our veteran members. So they're getting access to the VC before veteran members that want to be stubborn hard asses, bro. So I appreciate the new members coming in, reading the VC. And if people don't, like, they want to be in the Discord, but they don't want to read the VC, then they don't have to, you know what I'm saying? So that's dope. What the hell? There we go. Nine's out here like shit. I don't got the tag. How you doing, D? Welcome to the stream. Wait, did I get all of them? Why are these dudes twitching over there? That's crazy. Homeboys are twitching. Now all you gotta get is that first map done, Latrell. Yeah, Nines didn't troll me, so he got the role. Plus, before I even made the change, like permanent, I was telling you guys in the VC, I was like, I'm gonna give Nines roles before he even like fully found out about the changes. I love me a good bubble bath. Where the hell is the thing? Oh, here it is. What? Is that not it? Oh yeah, it is. Nice. I'm a hardcore gooner. Agreed. One guy changed everything, bro. And I still think it's like not that big of a deal. Like, you know, it's just a tag, bro. It ain't that serious. But true. Eventually I'll remove it and I'll just make a like a private VC and a private chat for all the RIP tag members, and I'll do like specific streams or something on Discord for them and yada yada yada. There we go. Look at all them astrites, bro. Where's Clasher? I need to review his account. Clasher. Alright. Let's see. I didn't know that was Tower. What the fuck? I'm dumb as shit. I had never realized that was Tower. You could limit the public ones to like 10 VC. True, eventually I could I mean, 10 is a lot of people, bro. 10 is a whole lot of people. I could limit them to like 4. But like I said, bro, even new people are joining in and having no problem with it. So, I'm cool. I don't have a problem. Oh, there we go. That thing is spazzing out, bro. Set it free. Set it free. Let it be. Let it be. Yo, can one of my mods drop the links for my latest video on the chat? Zeno said he's down to play Phasmophobia around Halloween. We gotta play a really scary game that nobody has played. If we're gonna play a horror game, we gotta play like Outlast Trials. That's what we gotta play. I know nothing about the game, but I know it has multiplayer. And it's probably terrifying. Buggering Waves is embracing themselves with this event quest. True. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Daniel. Yo, we haven't seen Daniel in a minute. That's true. There we go. Clasher being the GOAT. Thank you, Clasher. I'm surprised that free summons and fat asses and six packs are tied, bro. Your back will hurt sitting like this. What the fuck? Why are they sitting like that, bro? That's weird. What you cooking, Daniel? What you cooking, bro? By the way, guys, be sure to hit the like button as you walk into the stream. I would really appreciate it. You said the Outlast trials? Yeah, lad. I mean, I gotta see the pricing on it, lad. But yeah, something like that, bro. That's like scary, but nobody has played. Because if people have played it, then I want people to go into it with no knowledge of it, not knowing anything. That's what's gonna make it fun. I'll even make a video and upload it on my other channel. A whole new 5 years of memes will drop. Curry chicken. Yeah, I'm hungry now. Yo, how many of these things are available, bro? There's Mo. Yes, please. Wait, didn't I just do this one? Didn't I just do this one? Did it not count? Am I doing it on Halloween? Yeah, that would be fun to do it on Halloween. I'll do it on my other channel, though. I've done some horror games on there. I don't like doing them, but I've done them. Wait, I thought I did it. Okay, there we go. I was about to say. Okay, so we're tied. We're tied. Cool, cool, cool. What are our summons at? Okay, we're sitting pretty right now. Yo, do we have any normal summons here? Nope. Make sure to scream and cry during that stream. I need to make more gifts. Bet. Bro, if you look up dirty ass on Discord gifts, I'm one of the first gifts that comes up, which is crazy. Rayleigh, what's good? Welcome to the stream. Alright. Have I gotten the loot from this new area? I haven't. Shit, I'm almost done with it though. I'm not gonna lie, I did 50 pulls and still nothing. I might just leave it there. 50 pulls for what? You did 50 pulls for more Iuno? For Iuno's weapon? For what? I might watch, but I usually trip on Halloween and not sure about watching tripping. Oh, nah, I hear you on that, bro. Shit. It's $40 for the Outlast trial. Shit. We might gotta find a different game, Latrelius. That's a whole lot of money right now, man. Oh, I'm missing this crap. What is that? For more Iuno, I don't need it, but I want it. But she don't want me. One-sided relationship type shit. Yeah, bro, you went 50 at that point. At that point, you might as well just go a little bit deeper, you know what I'm saying? If you lose the 50-50, you got guaranteed. If you don't, you get her. I experienced something funny during my TOA run mid-3. Running Carlotta Zhezha versus Carlotta Sanhua. Carlotta Sanhua was a lot faster. Makes sense. Unless you're doing the cancel jump tech with Zhezha, it's probably going to take you a little bit longer. Dude, I always use the same. If you look at my channel, go to streams. Where am I supposed to go? Am I supposed to get these things? Where am I going? I'm just supposed to fly, I guess. Oh. Okay. There we go. If you look at my channel for my thumbnails, I always use the same thumbnail during the whole duration of a character's banner. So like I'll use the same thumbnail for all of Augusta's banner duration, and then now that Iuno's here, I'll use that same thumbnail during the whole time that Iuno's here. What? Wait, what do they want me to do? Oh, hell no. Thank you. That was, damn, Crystal was quick with it. Did I win? What does this man want, man? Oh, there we go. Ooh! 3 chests? Don't mind if I do, bro. How you doing, Majoga? Jitters. Just finished watching the latest video. Hey, appreciate that. We goonin', when don't we goon? Like, why else do I play gacha game if it's not for the gooning, bro? How you doing, Kahlo? There's more? Oh, shit. There's more? Okay. You sure? Oh, I gotta fly away from it. Oh, no, I fumbled. I didn't know you couldn't fly just straight up. Right, hold on, let's do it again. Do not try the rest. I won't try the rest. Fuck the rest. How you doing, Kylo? What you been up to, man? You know it's super fun. If it weren't for Kiyuan looking like Sekiro, I would have rolled for her instantly, but I gotta get Teemo Sekiro. I'm telling you right now, you wouldn't regret getting Iuno. You might regret getting Sekiro. Just, you know. King Pred was good, man. How you doing? Have I bought the food this week? I guess I'll check after this. For now, let's go to Data Bank. I mean, you won't regret getting Sekiro if you're getting Galbrenicus. Let's get our dinosaurs for Galbrenicus. And then we'll go do something else. We'll go do our Nightmare Tacits and all that. See, did you know the exact definition of gooning? I looked at our briefs. I didn't know what gooning was because I'm gonna be honest, I'm old as fuck. And I'm more about like being in the street and going out and doing other shit. I did not know what gooning was. My uncultured ass thought it was like just like, you know, looking at a character and like just acting like a fool over it, right? Nah, bro, that shit has a nasty ass, disgusting ass, fucking pervy ass meaning behind gooning. I was like, oh hell nah, bro. Today's generation is cooked, bro. What the fuck? That shit became like a normal ass word too, bro. You know what I thought gooning meant, bro? I thought gooning meant simping. Like, you know, simping for a character, acting like, you know, like a dumbass over it. Nah, bro, that shit means some dirty ass, freaky ass thing, bro. I was like, oh nah, people are nasty, bro. What the fuck? People nasty as shit.
I shall bear witness. Wayne, present your offerings. Face me. This is nothing. Causality overturned.
Nah, gooning is worse. Yeah, nah, for sure, bro. Yo, I can't grab the goddamn Eka because she's on her Bugatti. Can I get off, please? Thank you. You know, Quest made me pull for her. I was saving for Galbrena. Oh yeah, bro. I'm telling you, Iuno is definitely a top tier character. She's definitely a top tier character. Homie said Ling Yang over Sekiro DPS wise is a crazy thing to say. Homie says Ling Yang does more damage than Yuan at F6R5.
I shall bear witness.
That's crazy.
Fate revealed.
Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I will spend the first 4 hours gooning. Oh, hell nah, Kahlo. You out here hardcore gooning. Homie got like, what are them things called? Calluses on his hands from gooning so hard, bro. That's not healthy, Kahlo. Gotta go eat some real ass, bro. That shit's not good for your heart, you know what I mean? Someone clip that. I'm telling y'all, bro, I'm gonna start going brazy with clips, bro. Like, I'm clipping everything, bro. Literally, that's a clip right there. Bro, Yuno's gameplay is actually insane, bro. Like, she's actually crazy. Get off the fucking Bugatti, please. That's some bullshit. Just goon maxing? True. Homie's leveling up his gooning skill, bro. Kahlo, have you done a video yet on the tower? On the tower shit? Or nah? You didn't get involved with all that. Just don't hurt yourself, Kahlo. Kahlo about to pull a muzzle out there gooning, bro. Homie gotta get a cramp. But at the end of the day, he'll be able to say he's a professional. How many people can say they're a professional at something? Not a lot. Think about it. Where the fuck's the door? Oh, it's over here. Bro, look, I'm not gonna lie. After Iuno, I'm not even gonna, like, judge a character after until they officially drop and I test them in the game. Like, Iuno is crazy. Hands down, like, my favorite character in the game right now is Augusta. But Iuno, she got a Bugatti, bro. And she got toes and shit, you know what I mean? So, like, Augusta just looks better to me because I like big, tall, thick woman, you know what I mean? So, like, she got everything. And she got a sword. You know what I mean? So, her gameplay is more badass. Like, more up in your face. Smack you and shit. But Iuno is just fucking majestic, bro. CJ got me dying right now. What did I do, though? What did I do? Was thinking about it, but I do think everyone's opinions about the power creep, like smacks, are valid. I feel that there's a, like, not talking about anybody in particular, right, Kahlo? Just saying, I feel that people's opinions sometimes get taken as if they were facts, right? So a lot of people, for example, saying that certain characters are not good in tower, in one tower floor, means the game has power creep. I think they gotta explain themselves better. For example, I had someone comment on one of my videos. I don't know if they're watching right now, but I had someone comment in one of my videos. Can I look at the tower buffs from here? Probably not. But basically they commented, why does Iuno and Augusta, if there is no power creep, why does Iuno and Augusta deal more damage than Yao and Camellia in the middle last two floors? And I'm like, well, the middle last two floors are specifically catered to Iuno and Augusta. Like, they get buffed more than Yao and Camellia, therefore they deal more damage. That doesn't mean that there's a power creep. It just means that the characters are catered for the floor, right? Now, on top of that, there is, I'm not gonna say, because like I dropped a video recently where I talk about power creep and I say how every game has power creep, right? It's just normal that it happens. But it's just the way that people are going about it in certain scenarios that I find it pretty stupid, right? Like, you can get Gion with the regular Gion comp, right? So, like, Gion, Mortefi, and SK, and clear the entirety of the left tower, clear the entirety of the right tower, clear all 3 floors of the middle tower, and there's only one floor that you're going to have a really hard time, or maybe you won't even be able to clear with Gion, Mortefi, and Shorekeeper, right? And then people want to say, well, because Gion can clear that one stage, that one floor, then there is power creep. Then the game is predatory as fuck. I'm like, but you can clear 90% of the tower with one character. He can clear everything, but he can't clear that one floor. And then I've seen somebody with Gion, with Siakona, and with Shorekeeper clear the last floor. So they're still clearing it with Gion, just with a better, you know, support
Let's seize the moon.
that might work better than maybe Mortefi. And nah, bro, but that's a premium team, so it doesn't count. So I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense in some of those scenarios. Like, how long do they expect a character like Gion? Like, for example, yesterday the homie Nines, and I'm gonna ask you guys this same question right now in the chat. And tell me, because I want to hear what you guys got to say regarding this. How long should a character take before it starts falling off in damage? Like, how long should a character be like meta until it officially starts falling off to where other characters are performing much better and it's starting to struggle to clear the end game content after it's released? How long is like a normal amount of time in a gacha game for y'all? They asked several of us this question yesterday in the VC.
Keep up. Taste my resolve. Causality overturned.
No, meta. Like, fall off from the meta. So, like, you know, let's say Gion is clearing every floor of tower on his release. How long should it be until Gion can no longer clear every single floor? Let's say there's 10 floors. How long should it be until he can only clear 9, right? For example, 9. He can't clear 10. He can now clear 9 because he fell off a little bit. You know what I mean?
Stay behind me.
A year? Meta 1 year? 1 banner? You gonna piss some people off with that one. Gonna piss some people off with that one. Look, I'm gonna be honest. 1 year, exactly. That's what I said. I feel that a gacha character, like for me, as a customer, to be satisfied, I feel that a character should be meta or at least usable in all endgame content and all manners of the game for a year. After that year hits, it could start falling off. I'm not saying like dramatic peak bottom of the barrel, like it can't even clear 1 floor of tower. I'm talking about it can start falling off, and it doesn't matter if it can no longer clear all the floors of tower. If it can now clear, let's say, 90% of tower, 80% of tower, a whole year, that's fine for me. Absolutely fine for me. I think that's a fair take. Most people don't even play gacha games for a year. Most people pick up these gacha games and quit after like a few months. So a whole year of a character being able to clear endgame content, which is what characters like Gion and Jinshi are now, you know, feeling. They're over a year old, and people are still mad about it. Like, nah, they gotta be out here being meta for over a year. I don't think that's fucking, like, what are we talking about? I don't know. I just think no matter what gacha it is, characters falling off is inevitable. At least they're still holding up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I have a strong opinion on that from so many gachas that I play. And I think it's one of those scenarios where if people think it's not meant to happen or it shouldn't happen, it's like, sure. If we lived in a perfect world, we don't. You know what I mean? That's the game model we play. Gacha, predatory ass gacha model. It's just the way it is. People want units to be the same for 25 years. I'm like, why you play gachas game? Exactly. This power creep isn't even outrageous. I don't know why people dragging it like this. That's what I'm saying. It really isn't like that. Like, bro, tower has 3 floors. Or three towers, I guess. And you need multiple teams to clear tower. But motherfuckers want to make sure, like, they have to be sure that they can clear every single floor with Gion. Otherwise, it's wraps. What if bro, someone brought up a good point. What if on the next tower reset, they make it so, you get heavy attack buff, arrow damage res down, arrow buff, and Gion is just destroying everything within 30 seconds. Like with 30 seconds left on the clock. Where's the power creep at that point if Gion is now doing it? It's just the tower is meant to be played with certain characters. People don't even take into account character dynamics and shit at this point. To look at after the stream, also a year is good for power creep and for endgame content. Yeah, I agree, bro. Like, why? And another thing is, like, if you say you like a goddamn character, like if I like Augusta and I want to eat her butt and I want to play with Augusta for the next 2 years, right? Why would I not get dupes for her? And this is even as a free to play. I'll get her weapon, and then I'll save for her rerun, and then I'll save for her next rerun, and I'll eventually dupe her enough to not worry about power creep, because they're not really power creeping S6 characters. So if you really like a character, why don't you save and max dupe it? I'm tired of people being like, yo, I'm a dedicated Gion main. I would fondle his nutsack if I could. But I've been playing since day 1 and he's only S0R1. And now I'm mad that I can't beat all content in the game with him. Then dupe him, motherfucker. How you gonna say that you're a #1 fan, you're a hardcore fan, but you don't get dupes for a character you really like? And you tell them to get dupes and it's like you just slap their mother. Did he just say get dupes for a character in a gacha game? What do I look like, a whale? Bro, I know people that are free to play that have S6 characters. And it's not just about luck. They've just skipped like fucking 10 banners. And then the people will be like, but why would I have fun playing 10 banners? They're skipping 10 banners. Okay, so you didn't skip 10 banners. So where are your units that you should be able to clear content with? You know, like, there's so many excuses, bro, that people be dropping, bro. Shit makes no goddamn sense. That's a good investment, a whole year. Bro, I'm telling you, a whole year of a character being meta. Motherfuckers that want to say predatory power creep are dumb, because it's not even like Gion went from clearing all the content in the game to you can't even clear like the first fucking floor of tower. How are you out here with Gion clearing 90% of the tower and people still mad they can't clear 1 extra floor? Bro, like, you're stupid for having that take. It's the reality of it, bro. Like, it's just, it's a year and a half since the character release. Why the hell should you always be able to clear? And on top of that, they be out here doing it with a 4-star on the goddamn team. Or without a signature weapon. And they still expect to get the most amazing results. Nah, bro, you tripping. You tripping. After 2 years of the game, that is unheard of in most gachas. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In most gacha games nowadays, characters become irrelevant after a few... Not irrelevant, but like they really drop from the meta a few months after their release, where you can't even use them. Gion for so long was like the #1 character that people were using in, I don't want to go there yet, fuck. In Whimpering Waste. I mean, he fell off now from it, but, you know what I mean. He was still very viable for a long time in there. Gotta get the goddamn bear. Honkai Cyril is way worse for power creep. True. Their line of thinking is like, yo, I'm not pulling for straight 2 years. What? You know what I don't understand? When someone tells me they've been playing since launch, they don't have S0R1 characters, and then they can't clear content. I'm like, okay, so you haven't gotten dupes on your character. You have been playing since launch. Don't you have any other characters apart from the day 1 motherfucking banner character? Like, where has all your gems gone? Where has all your astrites gone? And someone's like, they've been pulling on the standard banner, bro. Shit was funny, bro. Gion can still clear these new floors. Yes, bro. So here's the thing, Callo. This is, if you check my latest video, bro, the problem people are having is not that Gion can't clear these floors.
Stay behind me.
Is that Gion can clear these floors easily. That's the real problem. Gion can't clear the floors easily. They don't like that you have to have like a premium team with Gion. Like, for example, you wanna use Siakona, Gion, SK. They wanna use Gion, fucking
Stay behind me.
Mortifi and like fucking Verena or some shit. And they want to use that team and also clear easily. At least he can do it better than my Carlos. True. Someone was mad though that you couldn't clear with standard banner characters. I'm like, oh my god, bro, stop it. Solo was good. Yo, character, what it is.
To the lands afar.
Yo, is it true that Solon is not even like the head of Wuwa like that no more? I seen a comment in someone's video while I was doing the research for that latest video that I dropped that apparently Solon sold part of his shares or some shit, and he's not even like in charge like that no more. Good old Solon leveling, bro. The fact that at worst we could guarantee at least 2 characters plus their signature after 4 to 5 patches is already good. That, yeah.
Stay behind me.
Bro, I hate those. I don't hate them. I don't hate nobody. But it annoys me, those YouTubers that be promoting people to not get signature weapons and then say that you shouldn't need signature weapons to clear. I agree, not needing signature weapons is great. But making it a thing where, like, you say there's power creep if you can't clear with signature weapons, it's stupid. Like, signature weapons are part of a character. They make great, you know, partners with a character. Should you be able to clear without them? I mean, sure, in certain scenarios, but will eventually characters start falling off if you don't get their signature weapons? Maybe faster than if they had their signature weapons, right? It's just how it is, bro. I came a few days before Lupus Banner. I have Shorekeeper, Augusta, Iuno, Carlotta, 120 pulls remaining. That's what I mean, man. I always say, get your premium teams rolling. So horizontal investment at the very beginning of your account. Horizontally invest probably for the first 5 months of you playing the game. Get you 3 teams, 2 teams rolling real nicely. After that, get you all your signature weapons for every character that you have. Not because you have to, but because you'd want to have an easier time clearing, smoother experience, yada yada yada. And then after your teams are set up, then you can decide if you want to vertically invest and then get them dupes, or if you want to go ahead and keep horizontal investing into more characters. What up, John Octavius? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Got Iuno's weapon. And who? Who Tao? You said an Yauma? Is that a Genshin character?
Stay behind
Yeah.
me.
Even me loving my goat to think a standard can keep up for this long would be dumb. Exactly, bro. Like, some people be making no sense, man. And it's like, you can still clear with Carlos on the left or right towers. Can't you, Callow? So it's like, when you need teams, if you start the game, you build up your Calcharo, and now your Calcharo can clear one entire side of Tower of Adversity. Why is he now trash? No, I can still use my build Calcharo to clear one side of tower, bro. I'm chilling. We need teams. Some people don't like the fact that we need teams, apparently. Oh, Genshin character, she has the same VA as Cantarella. Oh, that's the girl that turns into like a deer or something, right? She looks pretty cool. Bro, I gotta farm, DPS echoes, because I want to run around with her as well, just DPSing, because her gameplay's crazy. She plays so smooth, it is real nice. Yeah, the deer girl, I seen her, she looks really cool. I also like the design of that new dude in Genshin. He's like purple and black and shit. He looks pretty cool.
I shall bear witness. Wow. I am the moon.
I am the moon.
Is that all? Face me.
Yo, I know them bears are stressed out. Like, why is she moving like that? She's so high, bro. And then I get on my Bugatti and leave, bro. Look at that. Do y'all have a Bugatti? Probably not, because he didn't pull Iuno, man. Flynn's, yeah, Flynn's looks cool, bro. Oh, shit. Some people be like, oh my god, he just said something good about Genshin. Because apparently you can't like one game and think another game looks good. It's a sin nowadays. My Iuno isn't finished. She's almost complete. I'm going to pull her weapon so she's going to be at 100 crit rate. 300 crit damage so I can run Wuwa Augusta. How the fuck? He's going to run Iuno. I swear, John be hating synergy, bro. I'm gonna get this really nice team rolling, bro. It's going to flow so smooth, bro. It's going to be, watch. Listen, guys. It's going to be super smooth. I'm going to run Iuno, Augusta, and guess who's the third person that I'm going to use? Taochi, bro. Super smooth rotations. I'm like, who the fuck? Who? Taochi? The fuck? They don't even use skill that. What? What's she doing in there? I just like her, bro. But your rotation going to feel like a pancake, bro. Like, the fuck? That's John, bro. Homie be making no sense within goddamn team comps, bro. And the crazy part is, you don't even gotta run those teams because they're S6. So it's like, you don't even gotta rotate into them because each one individually destroys everything. Like, you know what I mean? God damn. Homie got S6, R5,
Shall bear witness.
Cardathia. Nah, I'm gonna slaughter with Iuno and Augusta. But why?
This nothing.
I will say, bro, Iuno is surprising me. She's actually turning out to be one of my favorite characters to roam around with. I know, but it's like, where are you using that team? That's like the most random 3 team ever, bro. In tower, you're anywhere, that whole team destroys everything. I will run Ling Yang, Jiang Xing, and Encore on a team. This man Latios is cosplaying John right now, bro. That's crazy. Everywhere, this man is gonna walk up to a freaking Echo in the open world with S6, Cardathia, Iuno, and Augusta. Just traumatize some Echoes for life. They ain't even gonna respawn, bro. Homie gonna go basic. They're dead.
I shall bear witness.
Oh shit, wait, what? No!
Let's seize
Run
the
away! Oh wait, did I get the map clear for that other area, chat? Hold on. Oh. I don't have 100% Avenolium. Avenolium is AIDS, though, to be fair. Avenolium is straight up booty crack, bro. I got a single! Watch, guys. This right here is how you get a 5-star when you're summoning, bro. Right here, this is exactly how you get a 5-star. You just kind of go out, you do a single pull where you're standing. Fuck. That would have been a good short. Move along. Y'all didn't see anything, chat. Y'all didn't see anything. I've personally been having the most fun in TOA than I have in a long time based on the uniqueness of the buffs. It lets me try all sorts of team comps. I beat it with Jiang Xing, my very first 5-star. Exactly, bro. Bro, see, like, people don't want to do that. People don't want to do that, Dean. They want to clear with the same exact team. But I feel that I've seen people clear with, like, fucking Jiang Xing on their team. Taochi on their team because it triggers the shield buffy thing. And it's like, ain't that, bro, the fact that there are people bitching about the 2 new floors makes me want to slap the fucking taste out of their mouth. Because it's not like they made the already existing 30 stars that everybody was getting harder to get. Everybody's still getting the same fucking 30-star clears. They just added 2 floors, which is the brand new content. If you weren't prepared for it, then prepare for it. And you'll be able to clear it next fucking rotation. but it's like you can still get the same amount of astrites that you got last rotation. But now they want to get the brand new content and beat it without preparing, without trying new comps, nothing. So people like that drop that kind of feedback, the reason I don't fucking like them is because they're the ones that end up making it. So all these fucking devs, be it Kuro or Hoyo, end up making the games more casual because of dumb fucks like that don't want to invest the times into their accounts, into effectively building their roster, into effectively building their units. And that's the problem, bro. That's why I remember at one point, Genshin Impact devs said they didn't want to make the game's endgame like too hardcore because people would complain. They wanted it to be more chill and shit, and they made more harder content, and then people complained. Yo, why does it look like that, bro? Is it like that with everybody? Is it just Iuno, or is it just this location that I'm at? Is it because I took Bloom off or something? Hold on. What is happening? It feels weird when I look off the side of my screen. Hold on. Where is it? Is it here? Motion blur. It can't be motion blur, right? It is motion blur. Oh, hell no. That shit's crazy. Why does it do that? Okay, watch this. Do y'all see that little, I don't know what they're called, that echo right there on the left? Look at it, right? Look at the edges around it. Look at the edges around the freaking enemy, right? Now, watch what happens when I take off motion blur. What the hell is it? Oh, here. Oh, he's not doing it no more. I'm so confused. I don't even know what that was. There was AIDS on my screen, bro. If it happens again, I'll let y'all know. It started looking weird on the edge of my screen. I don't know, bro. Weird shit. Are people thinking Wuwa is pay to win because of the new floors? I haven't been paying attention to the new TOA Juggernaut. Yeah, check out my latest. I dropped 4 videos on the topic. All you gotta do is check out my latest video. Literally, all the complaints I've seen from tons of people on the internet are all there. They're all there. Yeah, that bugs me too. They feel like they're owned the new astrites without any effort, which is bullshit. Exactly. And that's why I don't, bro. Trust me, like, people think because I make Hoyo content, I give a shit about Hoyo games, bro. Like, Hoyo don't sponsor me. Hoyo's never reached out to me. I give literally 2.5 fucks about Hoyo. Or Hoyo, Kuro. I don't give a shit about none of these gacha companies, bro. Straight up. I don't care. So I don't hold no allegiance to none of these. Just as much as I like Wuwa, the next game that comes out that calls my attention, I'll play that and I'll probably love it. And if it's better than Wuwa, I'll play it more than Wuwa. It just is what it is, you know what I mean? But there are times to complain that are valid, and then there are other times that just aren't valid. You know what I mean? And then this is one of those scenarios where, like, it's anybody that complains, especially as a content creator, is part of the reason why they don't add more endgame content. Because they want endgame content that you, like, endgame, 2 years after, you know, by the time we get to 3.0, they'll want devs to add content that is 2 years old that you can still clear with 1.0 free-to-play comms. Not like 1.0 Gion, Sia, Kona, Shorekeeper. Nah, they want to use fucking Gion, Verena, Mortefi without their signature weapons and still clear endgame content. How the fuck would that be endgame content, bro? And I'm not saying you should need the latest and greatest character. Like, not the latest banner character either. That's ass. But, like, you can clear the 4th tower with Zani, Peebs, Shorekeeper. But, people, you gotta have Zani and Peebs? Yeah, that's a team comp. That's a full team comp. What the fuck? Nah, bro. But I gotta be able to clear everything with, Zani and, Rover. Zani and Rover. I'm like, bro, since the beginning I said, yes, you can clear with Zani and Rover, but it's fucking ass. You're gonna give yourself arthritis with all the quick swapping and how much more difficult it is to clear with Peebs, without Peebs. And now they're like, so I need to get Peebs to make my Zani function better? Yeah, it's been like that since day one. What the fuck? People that say you shouldn't pull signature weapons and then they don't get the signature weapon and then they complain that their character is performing weaker and then they're like, well, I shouldn't need the signature weapon, but if you had it, you'd probably have an easier time now, wouldn't you, motherfucker? The same goes for best in slot characters and optimized teams, bro. Oh, but I forget, my opinion doesn't count because I'm a whale. So what I say is not real. Am I gonna play? I'm gonna stream ZA. Oh, maybe. I don't know if I can buy it yet. I have to see how my my bank account is set up by then, Jose. Currently having to take care of my mom with her heart medication and stuff. My girl's sick. My dog, bro, everybody that I fucking take care of is sick right now. My dog is sick. My girl is sick. My mom is sick, and I'm the one taking care of all of them, bro. So, yeah. Well, my mom is not sick. It's just like, you know, as she gets older, heart medication stuff. Thank God she's healthy, but gotta still buy the heart medication. So we'll see how things are. And then the channel, you know, had been doing a little bit rough, and then especially with the freaking YouTube shit, that was rough. Oy. Is that ZA you talking about, Jose? Jose's talking about Pokemon ZA. I didn't even plan on pulling for Iuno, but once I finished 2.6 story, it felt I had to. Yeah, everybody's loving Iuno, bro. She's so good. Show him the free-to-play account. I haven't played it. I didn't play it yesterday, and I'm not playing it today because I've been super busy. Ready for the raid as well. We got to get that clear. Bro, I'm telling you, today, everybody got to lock in because it's not hard. Just, we can't have people dying, and we got to have more solid communication. Like, everybody steps into the platform. Everybody steps at the exact same time, both left and right. Because if left or right step in like 2 seconds faster, by the time they're at like 7, 8 stacks, the other person will be at like 6. So they'll have to get off first. So it has to be simultaneous. Like 1, 2, 3, boom. You know what I mean? You got the Switch 2. I'll get the game for you if you're trying to. I don't have the Switch 2, but you can play Pokemon CA on the normal Switch, right? I think. Dean, appreciate that. Zans, appreciate that too, guys. Thank you for the positive vibes, man. I'm waiting for a Peeves rerun. Using Rover feels like AIDS. I told you guys, bro. I remember when I said that when I got my Peeve and Zani comp, that I said, yes, you can still clear with Rover. You can still, at the current time, you can still clear with Rover. But I told everybody this, as time goes on, not having premium team comps or not having signature weapons will start making your character reach that falling off point a lot faster. You're not going to have an easier time as, you know, new characters and new bosses and new things go on if you don't get premium teams and premium weapons. And for some people, it's like you're cursing at them when you tell them that. I don't get it. Yo, get off your Bugatti, woman. There we go. I'd use Rover over Peeves. John, I'm telling you, I'd love to see you on a free-to-play account. Matter of fact, you know what you should do? You know how I'm doing the challenge with Crystal's account? You got to do the challenge with Clasher's account, bro. You can, but it will run bad like the other two. The other two Pokemon games ran perfectly for me. I didn't have no problem with the other two Pokemon games. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, ever. Maybe there was some frame rate drops, but like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those people that barely notices like 120 versus 60 frames. I don't really notice all that too much. Alright, let's see. Let's see what we got here. Yo, Juggernaut, thank you so much for the $9, $10 super chat. Yo, much love, bro. Big MVPs in the chat, bro. Thank you so much. I gotta pop that up right there. Boom. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, bro. MVP, brother. My game crashed multiple times with Scarlet. Yeah, bro, my game didn't crash with like any of the old Pokemon games that I was playing. I don't know why. It just never ran bad. Whoa. What? Since when are there bears there? It's never sent me there to kill bears. What? I don't remember the last time I was here, bro. And I still have it 100%. Hey, yo. Hello?
Keep up.
Nice. Peebs will complete my current Spectral team and it's time for... Oh, yeah, bro. You get Peebs on that team. Clasher, you'd have Mono Spectro with SK on there. And then you already have Mono Fusion. Your account would be in a really good spot, bro. I think for me, the predatory comments are the ones that bug me the most. Given absolutely brutal, most gacha are gonna go play 95% of Japanese gacha without bringing... Yeah, bro, I agree. I agree with that. So you're saying that you're not gonna let me review your account, Clasher? Even though you're like #1 on the list for me to review the account, and I was doing account reviews next week? That's crazy. That's insane, bro. Yo, Juggernaut, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Did I just kill all the... Was this just one bear on this entire map? What? That makes no sense, bro. They sent me to kill bears and there was one? What the hell happened? There was one bear. That bear was never there. Did that bear just randomly spawn? What? I guess.
Keep up.
Yo, what's this little side quest? What you got for me? Actually, I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna go farm these bears, and then we're gonna go see if we can build Iuno DPS.
I shall bear witness.
Bro, I've been farming those freaking bears for like a literal week or two. No, I've been farming those bears since Augusta was here almost every day. I've never gotten sent to kill the bear there. Like, what? That's weird. So random.
Taste my resolve. Causality over time. Honor to you, my friend.
No one else but Cremoni, other than the account reviews being the exception. Ah, okay, I get you.
Stay behind
But what if John Natavius uses your account and then you know, he helps you out? Think about it. Think about it. Oh wait, and I'm supposed to be going up. Shit. No, I'm not jumping on your account today, Chris. So you can go ahead and farm it. I don't have a lot of time today because we got a raid. So I'm actually gonna do a little bit more on here, and then I'm gonna do like 3 reactions. Y'all posted like 6 reaction videos. So I'm probably only gonna do like 3 reactions. So I don't even know what the videos are. Today was the one day I didn't even get to see their titles or nothing. So I'll check that out afterwards, and then we'll react to just 3 of those videos.
Stay behind me.
Where the fuck? Oh.
Honor cannot be sullied.
Wait. LeBoink. I remember when Peebs came out, I used to love going around here, because, like, not love, but, like, you could go around here with Peebs, and you could move so much faster. It was nice. Let me in, let me in, let me in. Oh, she has a skill issue right here, bro.
Face me.
Hello? Hello? There we go. Yo, Jet said he's gonna try to be around. I'll ask before I end the stream. What the fuck just happened? If he's not around, we can either ask King if he has one of his boys that we can try doing it with. And if he says yes, then we'll run it. If not, I'll just continue doing the stream.
I shall bear witness.
Yo, how's there 4 whatchamacallums here? Arrow units. I wonder if I could build my... The thing is, I don't think I have mats, bro. I would have to farm Tacit Fields for the whole entire month. Until... Or not month, for the next entire, like, 20 days until Galbrena drops. Galbrena's getting a new Echo set, right? Or am I tripping balls? I think she's getting a new 3-piece.
Honor cannot be sullied.
I will, bro, I'm telling you, next week we'll do account reviews. I'll do a whole episode and I'll record it and then I'll cut it up. Let's go. Galbrena's getting a new set. Okay, so, yeah, I'm kind of cooked. I don't know if but I do want to do Iuno. Even though I don't see me using Iuno as a DPS. Even though, I mean, she is a DPS on my account. It would be fun to see what she could do. It would be nice. Where the hell is the dough?
Honor cannot.
Yeah, I think every character is going to get a new set from now on, pretty much. Which is kind of crazy when you think about it. But, hey. Maybe that's just the way it's supposed to be. Let me go across, Mike. Clasher and John beefing about whose account is more bricked. I'm gonna be honest, though. If it wasn't for John having Brent and Iuno on his account now, meaning he has the mono fusion and he has Augusta's peak team, I would have said that his account is still bricked, but I can't, like, as someone that, despite roasting you guys, keeps everything legit, I can no longer roast John Octavius, bro. Bro, how far do they want me to run around? I hate these mazes, bro. It's so Agus. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do all that. Hope I don't do worthy clips. Okay. If I do a worthy clip, somebody else get it, because my mod is gone, and then my other mods are playing scratch and sniff with each other on my Discord VC. Can you believe that, bro? Crazy behavior. Where the fuck is this bear? This bear is pissing me off, man. Chill out, chill out. Need the elevator, bro. Ow! Trying to call the fucking elevator. Well, I guess it doesn't work. Is the bottom bear, but bro, finding that bear is a pain. I never like farming here, especially because I don't like necessarily need it. Any new accounts right now will have access to Galbrena and Chillin in the new beginner banner with Shorekeeper. Oh yeah, they'll instantly have a peak team. Instantly. Oh, the elevator will take you there? Okay, hold on. I gotta get on the elevator. There are just too many enemies, bro. Let me go around and take the elevator. So question for y'all, what exact, there's no really bricked account. Bro, I'm gonna be honest, you can always save an account. The only thing I would say would make an account, like, maybe, like, cringe or, like, to a certain degree, like, just horrendous, is if you've been playing for, like, months, like, you know, 6, 7, 8 months, and you've been using all your astrites on the standard banner. I would call that a bricked account. Like, at that point, just restart, regrind the map, regrind everything, and then, you know what I mean? That's the only thing I would probably say. Captain Go. That was so performative. What you mean by that? There we go. Let's go to the last floor. Would it be first floor or fourth floor? No? Yeah, first floor. Okay. How do I go below this, though? What? I'm about to give up, man. Fuck that bear, bro, and his family. This is a nice house you got. Thank you. It's a little confusing, but you know. The other elevator, where's the other? This one. Wait, no, that's the one I just got off of. Ah, shit. Failed. Yeah, I hate this maze, bro. I'm leaving. I'm leaving, bro. We're gonna go farm 2 things before I even get off to react to some content. We're gonna go farm. Where is it? This thing. This freaking thing, bro. Gotta send CJ account info so I can account review. Yeah, he said he'll let me do it. He'll let me account review. Oh, bro. I kind of did a workout today and my arms are hurting. When you've been an old man for too long not working out and then you work out, that shit's a killer, bro. Shit be giving me diabetes. Hello there. That's why Cream working so hard trying to 100% the map before the review. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. General Kenobi. Alright, bro. I want to get attack percent on the forecast for Iuno. I know it's blasphemous. I know. But, shit. How do I restart this shit? What? Shouldn't it say restart? Hello? The fuck? What is this? I can't restart? That's ass. Why they gotta do me like that?
I'll indulge you. The moon is full. Bow before me. Face me.
No man, should that would have seen the peak physical condition his body could be in. Hey, bro. I used to be in peak physical condition. It's not like I didn't work out ever. I used to work out a lot. Hey, bro, you kind of had to back in the day. But ever since I became like a CC and like I kind of like sat back on it, I stopped working out, bro. But way back in the day, I was like when I was going hard, I was still thin. Like I'm still thin if you know what I'm saying. But now I'm thinner than I used to be way back in the day. Before, when I got serious with streaming, I got real thin because I stopped working out. This was when COVID hit. Completely stopped working out. But before that, like during my college years, bro, I almost started roiding and everything, bro. They were gonna sponsor me and everything to get into tournaments because I was like shredded, bro. Like my 6-pack had a 6-pack, bro. I was posting thirst traps online, bro. That's all you gotta know. You gotta rework brand before the review. That's crazy. Homie wants to rework his brand. All right, I'm doing the review tomorrow, just so you can't fix him. Whoa, love the fight, bro. That's why when people be saying that they're day 1 players and they're like they can't clear tower, I'm like, how the fuck? What have you been doing? She feels like a, yeah, she feels like a sniper, bro. She's crazy. I want to build her. Like I actually want to build her as a DPS, but I feel like I also want to build more moonlit sets because I already have one on Peeves that I also want to mid-max. I want to make sure my Peeves does 100% crit rate, which I think she does already. I'm not sure because I run her with Shorekeeper, so I have to check. The Zani Phoebes team is the only team that I'll ever permanently leave Shorekeeper on. Every other team that I have Shorekeeper on, I'm looking for a character to replace Shorekeeper in. But that crit rate, crit damage, it don't matter if another character gives you better results. Like, when you do your big hit, we all know that if you don't have really high crit rate, even if you have really high crit damage, you could miss and your damage will plummet. So I usually like going for as high as I can on my crit rate. Some of my teams even have 100% crit rate. And then the rotations are so much smoother. The teams that I don't use Shorekeeper on, that is. Those feel so much better without. Ain't no way she hit me like that. That's disrespectful. Jesus. What's the preferred crit rate for Brand? 70. You have S0 Brand, so yeah, I'll say 70.
Keep up.
I don't know what my crit rate on my Brand is. I'd have to check. The thing is, I have his S2, so that gives him 30% crit rate or something along those lines. So it's a little bit different. But I think I could clear this thing in like 2 seconds. If I had our own DPS build. Like, I'll one-tap it, I think. Can I get this, please? There we go. Crit damage. What do I need for Iuno? Crit damage? Crit rate? What do I need for a forecast? I think it's crit rate. I think I'm going to eventually S6 Brand, Iuno Augusta, and complete my second and third teams and save solo Tiny to slot in other Sentinels. That's a smart thing. That's a smart thing right there, bro. S6 Brand, S6 Iuno, and Augusta. That's beautiful. Honestly, peak teams right there. Crit damage? What the fuck?
While the moon cycles,
For real?
I remain the anchor.
How y'all getting 100% crit rate with a crit damage forecast? Are y'all counting the 12% from SK or something? Crit damage. Fuck. So what's the like optimal crit rate for a Iuno? Another question is getting his basic attack up more impactful or getting his normal attack more impactful. So Clasher is one of those things that either one would work. Like if you get several pieces with like high attack, even if you only get like 1 or 2 basic attacks, you'll still be doing amazing damage. Back in the day when we were doing our testing with my brand versus Zani's brand, I had more basic attack, he had more regular attack, and he was doing more damage than me, but he did have attack percentage on every single echo. So there's also that. Moonlit to boost Augusta's damage rather than use her as a best yeah. Like I went really hard on Augusta, so I really like I'll show you the type of damage that I can do with my Augusta right now, so you get an idea of why I do it. And the thing is, if I run Iuno with her best in slot set, I'll never get to see Augusta's damage because I wouldn't, like, things would be dead before Augusta even pops her liberation. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm not doing that. But I'll show you why it is that I do it this particular way. So, boom. I managed to get 70-73 ratio with Augusta on her weapon. How y'all getting 100% though? I don't even have 100% and I have a crit rate forecast. How y'all doing that? Y'all cheating. Y'all cheating. Alright, hold on. Let me show y'all. Whoops. I just... Okay. I was not meant to do that.
I'll indulge you. Surprise. Answer my call. You dare test me. This is mine.
Alright. I'll see if it's fully buffed. It's not fully buffed. I'm missing something from here, but yeah. Watch.
My valor never fails.
Yeah. And then the difference is like 900k when I run the other one, which is still insane, but yeah. Let me do that again, because something was off there.
In war with time. Loaded. Now watch closely. Surprise. Taste my resolve.
Taste my resolve.
Causality is that all? We honor in glory, my friend.
Oh, I thought he was about to die, bro. There you go. That's max hit, bro. That's my max hit. So, that's without even doing the full rotation. I didn't do any basic attacks while in her liberation form, anything. So, if I run Iuno and we add in freaking Iuno's damage, I wouldn't even get to go into my liberation, like, ever, with my Augusta team. Iuno would take, like, not 80. Iuno's rotation would take, like, 50% of the enemy's, you know, the hologram's health. And then, I would just pretty much do half a rotation with Augusta and they'd be dead. I need my 2x tacit drops. Oh yeah, true. With SK you do get up there, I suppose. I need more characters that buff crit rate and crit damage, bro. Like I need Shorekeeper's cousin, bro. Is Lingering Tunes Iuno's best two-piece? People are probably using the Arrow two-piece on her. That's what I think most people are doing. Hold on, let me do something before we switch account. Before we start reacting, I mean, because we're not switching accounts. So right here we have... Do I have... Because she doesn't give crit on her own, does she? Do I not have 100% crit on my peeps? What's going on here? Hold on. Something's going on.
Iron graft you knew. Worry not. Loading. Sentinel protect me. Judgment time. Today will be a
Oh, hell
fine
no.
day.
What about my Zani? Okay, my Zani is at 100%. Why is my Peebs not at 100%?
Fine day.
What? Shit. I got 2 low rolls, that's why. But even then, I would need fucking 10 here, and I would need 10 here to get that extra. How much is it? Even then, I wouldn't be able to. Damn. I mean, shit, I guess 92%, and then I'll miss my crits. I mean, the only one that really matters here is Zani. Peebs doesn't really matter. Peebs just here to apply Frazzle.
day. Come on, me. My shield can withstand more than that. That's just a scratch.
There we go. You're using Moonlit for Iuno? Yeah, I'm using Moonlit as well. I think it just works really well.
Stay calm.
But I guess I'll just leave. I'll leave Peebs on this one, on this Moonlit.
I am today will be a fine
Whoops.
day.
How the hell do you get to the Echo builds
Today will
when
be
you're
a
on?
fine.
Oh, there we go. Boom. This is Moonlit. Where's the Moonlit here? Where's Moonlit 1? Keep DPS. Moonlit 1 right here. And then Moonlit 2 right here. What? Why is she not rocking that one down there? What does that one got? She don't got crit rate on here. Oh, that's why her crit rate is not at 100%. Oh, no. I can't be having that, bro. What the fuck? Wait. 1 cost. Moonlit. Attack. That's nasty. What does this have? Crit damage. I need both, bro. Fuck. Ew, bro. What is up with all these? I guess we're... Wait. What do I have on the other one? Alright, we're upgrading some of these. Give me crit rate, crit damage, and I'll be happy. Crit rate, crit damage, and we'll be good, chat. Can I sort by the ones that are not locked? I guess you. Yeah, you. You're cooked. BB can easily get 100 if you... Oh, yeah. She can easily get 100 if you're using her as a main DPS. That's why I still have my main DPS peep set somewhere around there. But I'm gonna be honest, like, after running optimal teams, like, I don't want to run Peebs. What is it? Is it Peebs, like, Mortify, and... Or is it Peebs, SK, and Spectral Rover? I don't like that, bro. I'd rather run Peebs with Zani and let Peebs do Peep things. But Peebs as a DPS is also pretty good. Ooh, give me crit damage. Bro, if this gives me crit damage, it'll be so good. Like, I'll swap it over to Peebs. We win. We win. We win. Oh shit, they both got heavy? Do I need ER on my Peebs? Probably not. She don't need no fucking ER. I'm changing this one to... Where is it? Is it this one? Oh, that shit got ER too? Fuck. That's so good. That's so good. Yo, that's so good. Holy shit. Okay. Yo, we winning, chat. Hold on. Oh, yeah, we're winning. That's fine. Bro, what did my heavy attack go up to? Hold on. Because what... I have heavy attack on how many pieces from her? Just 2?
Fine day.
Wait. Shit, I meant to take it off this one. Quit. There we go. That's what I meant to do. What are we at now? 93. And my heavy is at 37, bro. That's so good. That's so good for a support. Like, I know her damage is shit as a support, but I love that. I'll leave her with that. Yeah, that's nice. Let me Moonlit. Let me delete this one. Yes. And let me actually delete the other one. Where the fuck's the other one? Moonlit 2, because I gotta change this one. And then I'm gonna save this one. Wait, no. Save. Moonlit 1. That was a good clip. Me rolling that echo set right there. Alright. Boom. And then you are getting changed into... Boom. And what's it, this one? And you have ER on you. Oh, that's such a good upgrade. Woo! Oh, she's beautiful right now. Oh, yeah, nah, she's perfect, dude. 100% crit rate, 227 crit damage, 182 energy regen. Oh, she's doing everything that she needs to do for Augusta right now. Right, Moonlit 2. Moonlit 2. And then if I'm not mistaken, this is crit rate base, and the other one's crit damage base. Yeah, this has a crit damage one. Oh no, crit rate. So what the fuck does Peep have? Crit damage. Okay, so it's the opposite. Okay, now let's see if we can get her actual set. Crown of Valor. Y'all said crit damage? I'ma trust y'all. Don't let me down, chat. Crit damage. Okay, boom. Let's see what we can slot in there. Is there anything that's not locked? Book. Oh, this thing's not locked. That shit's ass. Let's go. First time I didn't get hold for real. I asked because I was going to use the 2-piece that gives arrow damage as a placeholder until... No. Use the 2-piece. The 2-piece is good, bro. The 2-piece arrow, you'll be fine. Bro. Don't even. Oh, shit. Defense saw that I got a really good echo, and they're like, we can't let this man have success twice in a row. Like, I'm low-key curious. Do people not roll... That's 2 times in a row. How does... Bro, I just got defense energy regen on one echo, and back to back I got defense energy regen. Y'all can't make the... There's some bullshit. There's some bullshit. I knew it was gonna happen, bro. We got a great echo. And now they're hoeing. They can't see me being successful because them raids get turned off. All right, come on. Boom. Boom. Flat attack, you know? Hurting my soul, bro. And this is not even Crystal's account, so I don't have 1,000 tuners and 1,000 things. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. That is literally disgusting, bro. Back to back flats. No. I don't want to go, Mr. Stark. Come on now. You're seeing this, John? We're getting hoed, bro. Alright, skill. We don't need that shit. Attack. Great. Liberation. Wonderful. Not good. I have no, crit. Oh. This could be an amazing piece if the gods are shining bright upon thee. Come on. It could have been everything, bro. It could have been everything I've ever wanted. But they said no, not today. Let's see, anything else that I can throw in there? What is this? I don't want that. Go. This looking like your rolls? Bro, my rolls be horrendous. Liberation, okay. Man, I don't want no heavy. Crit? Oh, why? Alright, hold on. I gotta take off Iuno's clothes off. How do I... Is there a way to remove all echoes at once? No? Fuck. Okay, well. I guess I'm gonna do this. We're gonna go for the arrow pieces first. I know Gion or Jang Brick has something. Oh, that's a good Gion piece. Hey, yo, Gion, you're actually useful for something. Nice. Ugh. Is that it? Does Gion not have any more 3 cost? I'm confused. Is this a 3 cost? Oh, yeah, it's a 3 cost. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I guess he's not really that useful because this dude has nothing. Okay. Well, okay. I need a 3 cost, but I'm gonna just go back to this other, not that shit, this shit. I need arrow damage. Hey, we got some. That's what happens when you farm, chat. Let's suffer a little bit together. Where is it? This one. Boom. Your Gion is more brick. Hey, listen. Listen. I'm gonna be honest, John. My Gion, I played with this account, like, very little. Don't hate me, bro. My Gion was still pulling off work. Liberation. Defense. Skill. I'm not even gonna do that last one because we got no crit rate, so it ain't even worth it. See, I would try Zhang Xing with Iuno, but my Zhang Xing is kind of cooked. My Zhang Xing is level like 50. But I'll definitely build Zhang. I want to build every character, bro. I just haven't been able to because resources are freaking dry. Oh my god, what is this? They're giving me the doodooest echoes ever, bro. People look at my builds and they get mad sometimes when I show my builds and they be thinking that, like, I one-tap every echo with god rolls. They just think that shit's easy. I'm like, no! I suffer live on stream getting defense 75 times in a row. I have a short. I have a short where I got defense 6 times in a row in my first roll. How does that even happen? How do I get defense, attack, defense? Like, bro, what's happening? Come on now. Once Iuno leveled up, I'm going to try her in tower with Zhang Xing. Try her in tower with Zhang Xing and that's it. And if you can clear, just, you know what I mean? I suck at gearing characters. All my characters are B tier, even though I got their signature. KX, hey, we can help you. Just... You're in the Discord, aren't you? We can help you out, bro. I pray to God Kuro gives us a domain that lets us farm tuners and echo XP specifically. Oh, I've been saying that shit since like 1927, bro. Ooh. I've been saying that I hope Kuro gives us a dungeon where you could farm more echo mats and not get echoes. That would be pretty good. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? Or, yeah, or let us dismantle our echoes to... If I get liberation, liberation. Ain't no way, boy, ain't no way. Ain't no way we just got a perfect 5 out of 5. And we called that liberation like that, bro. Oh my god, bro. That is a perfect piece. Yeah, that's beautiful. I'm gonna cry, chat. I'm gonna cry. I've been seeing defense for 3 days in a row. Equip. That's beautiful, bro. I love that. That's a great piece, bro. Oh, I'm happy with that, bro. That's an amazing piece. All right, now we need the bear. Wait, no. Do I need the bear? Do I have more 1 cost? Attack. Oh shit, I have a ton of 1 cost. Should I go for the bear? Cause like Oh, hold on. I don't need to run G on set. I could run, like, Gust, right? I can run Gust. Or I can run... What's the other one? Windward. Oh. Wait. Chat. Hold on. We might be cooking real quick. Okay, I'm not taking shit from Cardathea. Forget that. But I have, like, a bunch of... Like, look at this, bro. Why do I have this off Cardathea? Or who the fuck was this for? Was this for Cardathea? Or was this for Shiakoko? I don't know. That's a disgusting piece. I mean, it got two kind of good rolls, I guess. Yo, hold on. Yeah, clip that. Somebody clip that. That was a crazy roll. What is this one? Fuck, why they both got resonance skill? Fuck. That is such a... Bro, but the thing is, this is a really good piece. And this is a really good piece. Holy shit, bro. I guess I'll just kind of like suck it up and go with just this one. It's just that I have nothing good on here. And it can't be a 4 cost. It has to be a 3 cost. Do I have arrow? Ugh. What about a 1 cost? I'm stressing. Let's go back to crown and we'll work on crown first. Oh. Why is that there? Do I just have a 1 cost just chilling that's like perfect? What? Why is that not on Augusta? What the fuck does my Augusta have equipped? Is it because it has heavy? Oh, it has heavy. Oh shit, that means I have another perfect freaking 1 cost echo. Holy shit. Okay. Hold on. Jesus. Okay, yo, she's actually gonna come out looking crazy. Yo. She's actually gonna... This is... Bro, look how much I farmed for Augusta. Like, I farmed a lot of things for Augusta. And this is the ones that I've kept. Okay, not these ones. I just farmed these today. Okay, so I got a 3 cost, a 1 cost. Now I need a 4 cost. Fuck. I need crit damage. What is this shit? I don't want that. Oh, do I have crit rate? Alright, hold on. Let's go back to this, because I guess I need another one of these. And I do not want these doo-doo ass Geon pieces. I mean, this one's not that bad, I guess. If I don't get anything better. Fuck, why couldn't this have crit rate on it? Let's level up a bird. Let's level up a bird, chat. Let's see if we get lucky. What is this one? Let's do that one. Actually, no, let's not do that one. Give me a second. I gotta check something. Gotta make sure that I didn't mess something up. 1 lit 2. Let's apply that on Sanhua real quick. Okay, we're doing good right now. Damn. What am I aiming for? Liberation and crit rate and crit damage on every piece. Anything else is extra. Anything else outside of that is extra. I need a bird. There we go. Okay, let's see. Oh, what is this? Why are these not locked? I don't trust that one, but I'll use that one, I guess. Yeah, this is my account. This is my account. I'm building my DPS Iuno. Attack, energy regen. Bro, give me crit. No! No! Alright, another bird. Fuck's the bird. Okay, here. We gotta get lucky, chat, because I want to see what her damage is looking like. You magically made 800 tuners appear on his account. Did you really? This man said I magically made 400 of them disappear. I wish it was mine. Hey, when we get your account, we'll get this type of luck. Trust. No, not skill. Fuck. Okay. Crit. Stupid bird, bro. Y'all remember back in the day when I uploaded that video farming birds, bro? That video got like 20,000 views in a day. Everybody was freaking suffering from bird farming at the same time. Everybody was farming for their Calcharo and their Gion. Farming these doo-doo ass birds, bro. I uploaded that video. That shit went viral. Everybody was feeling my pain, bro. Like, yo, I've been doing the same thing for 3 days. I can't get a good bird, bro. There's some bullshit. Oh. Okay. We got crit damage. Let me see if we get crit rate right here, right now. This is the time to shine. Oh my god, if we get crit rate, I'll nut. If we get crit rate, oh my god, please. Please. So close. Yet so far. So close. Yet so far. Man, what's better, that one or this one? Crit rate, crit damage? Fuck, that one has liberation, dude. You know what? For now, I'll equip that one because ain't nobody using Doodle as Gion. Stay in the corner. Whoops. There we go. Let's go back to this one. Upgrade. Let's go over. Where the fuck's the bird? Right here. I would love to use that bird if it would have rolled crit rate. That would have been perfect. Beats me. CJ, I spend more than 200 gold tubes and 4K tuners and still hasn't got a good bird. Bro, that was me back in the day, bro. The freaking fusion, the chicken farm was insane. Then I got a 4 out of 5 stats back then. Oh, back in the day, lad? Is that what you're saying? Really flat attack, bro? Come on. And then we got basic. That's already a fumble. I just want a double bird. I want to have 2 birds on Iuno. For no reason other than to just have the 2 birds. Bro, stop giving me skill damage and basic attack. Oh my god, bro. I'm gonna run out of mats. I'm gonna go back to being like John and just being poor. Fuck's the bird. Should I leave? I just got back and I feel like your rolls got worse. You're giving me bad luck, Cremoni. That's crazy. I remember we used to be going around counting how much birds we killed to guarantee the echo drop. Yo, you remember that, Jay? We used to literally count how many birds we got. We got fucking defense, bro. And flat attack. Cremoni walked into the stream, started doing the Yumo Way fighting Zao dance. And then I just got cooked, bro. That's insane. That's insane, bro. Crazy. Bro, it was bro, those birds used to piss me off back in the day, bro. Oh my god, bro. They were so ass to get. And then, like, I was farming the electro birds for Yin Lin and Calcharo. And every now and then, there'll be, like, an electro bird next to a freaking arrow bird. And I would casually, like, tap the arrow bird and it would die. And then I'll get that echo and it'll... Time out, chat. Time out. Story time on pause. Hold on. Liberation. No! Okay, I have one more shot. One more shot, chat. Would you take it or would you let it slip? Here we go. It was skill. Is it better than what I have? It's like the same shit. Oh no, this has higher crit rate. We were so close, bro. So close. So close to being successful, bro. God damn. Where's that other thing I was gonna put in there? It was a bird. Did I already use it? Bro. Oh, what is this? Why is that there just like that? Without a lock? Shit, if you don't got a lock, you gotta die. Yeah, it's a bit worse. What up, Nam? How you doing? CJ wakes up the next day, hops on your account, and magically sees 100%. Yo, do it, Cremoni. Okay, let's see, chat. Boom. Oh. Boom. Oh. Boom. Boom. Okay. If I get liberation here. Hold on. This could be magical, bro. This could be magical right here, chat. Liberation, please, 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 please. We got it! We got the bird! We got the bird, bro! A 4 out of 5. Yes! Crit damage, crit rate, attack percentage, and liberation. Oh, that's beautiful. Equip. Equip. Yes! Bro, liberation, liberation, liberation. Now I gotta get this stupid forecast, chat. Not that one. This one. Oh my god, bro. Yo. Okay, okay. Oh shit, I gotta go farm it, bro. Hold on, hold on. Let's go farm the Lady of the Sea again. I hate farming the Lady of the Sea though. It's so ass. Why did they not add a restart feature on there, bro? That makes no sense. Bro, we're getting luck. If we get a crit rate, crit damage, liberation, my Iuno's about to just be disgusting.
Loading.
Wait,
Astral modulation.
I just realized I'm using the Spectro team.
Sentinel protects me.
I mean, I guess.
Crystals.
Phoebe. Boink. I can't even do nothing with Zani. This is a much slower rotational team, though, for sure. Dev account confirmed. Yo, for real, that's some crazy luck, bro. That's some crazy luck. Ew, bro. Healing bonus? That's crazy. They really have us triple freaking loading screen per echo. Loading in, loading out, loading back in. Oh, no, I don't want to use this team. Okay, I'll use it after this. I'll change it after this. Ow. Get over here.
My shield can withstand more than that. All of you at once.
Go.
I don't do over
Yeah, no restart is ass to farm this for Iuno, bro.
just a scratch.
Chill. Chill. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. Zani's still freaking beautiful. I love freaking Zani. Bro, and you know what's worse? You don't have a guaranteed echo, so like technically per echo is 6 loading screens. That's so stupid, bro.
Efficiency.
And not normal loading screens, because regular restart is quick. But like this one is just aids. Go. Bro, if we can get this today, that would actually be insane. That would actually be insane. Ow.
Leave it to me. I'm feeling of
Get over here. Get up from... There we go. The most insane thing is that they still leave it that way after so... Yeah, they still left it this way for so long, bro. I don't know why they don't add a restart feature. UA, I think, has a restart feature, right? I'm pretty sure UA has a restart feature. And that's a big-ass dragon. Why don't this one got a restart feature? That makes no sense. How the fuck did I just join the BC?
stay calm.
What? Lat, I have no idea how I just joined the VC, bro. I literally clicked on Discord and then I just casually just joined the VC, bro. That shit distracted me for a second. There we go. That was mad random.
Stay behind me.
Oh my god, bro. I might just use the little echo changing thingamabobber. Cause this is, bro. I don't know. Cause like I have my YouTube on the side, so every now and then I'll open up Discord to see like if people tag me or anything. And I clicked on like Discord and it just automatically put me in the VC, and I'm like, where the fuck is that voice coming from? And I hear Lat saying, "Oh hey CJ," and I'm like, what the fuck?
Stay behind me.
Wouldn't you? I mean, Echo Food will improve your chances, Clasher, but very, very little on forecast. Like, very little. Like, almost to the point where it's not worth it. So I don't usually use Echo Food when farming forecast.
With style and grace. Taste my resolve. Praise me.
Oh my god, this thing moves like crazy.
Moment of
The hell?
victory.
There we go. It barely changes it besides the pity. Yeah, besides, that's what I'm saying. The pity is too, like, it barely changes it. It's very little. Like, it's to the point that you don't really even notice it. You know what I mean? In your opinion, if you can only pick one, would you rather have a signature weapon on your DPS or signature weapon on the support for your DPS? Probably on my DPS. Yeah, on my DPS. I would rather have I'd rather have a signature weapon on my DPS. Because for the support, like, if we're talking about, like, you know, for example, Augusta versus Shorekeeper, you can just rock variation on Shorekeeper and you're, like, absolutely fine. Even if you're rocking, like, if we're talking, like, Peeb, Zani, I'd rather have Zani's weapon and then just rock that one fishing thing. That I don't remember what the hell that weapon's called. Or is it this thing? I'd rather rock this thing, and you could get it to R5. So like, I'd rather rock this on Peebs and then have Zani's signature weapon on Zani. Where's Zani's signature weapon? Right here. Yeah, I'd rather have this on Zani. Much easier. Yeah, exactly. Oh shit.
Loading.
At least for me, that's what I would do.
Entertain me. Causality over time.
Oh my god, bro, I don't even have her fully built. Chill. It's more defeat? No, wait, what's the team for Iuno? What if you don't have Jiang Xing? Can you run her with, like
Stay behind me.
a Sia Kona or some shit? Or like, I mean, I know you can, but would it be just as good or almost as good? Or like, would ideally you want Jiang Xing for main DPS Iuno? I haven't gotten one crit damage. I'm kind of salty. Kind of salty. See, Akona, Arrow, Rover, SK. I don't even... Okay. So that's what I'll do. I'll run Siakona. And then I'll run, SK. And we should be good. Test out her damage. If I get a solid forecast. If not, we'll use that doo-doo one and we'll still test. Problem is, I don't think I'll have guaranteed crit damage or crit rate on it, even with SK, because I didn't roll crit rate on that one that we rolled. Oh, talking about crit damage. Let's go roll it. I want to do some reactions, though, because I've already been live for 2 hours, so I want to do a couple of reactions before I hop off. All right. Let's see. What the fuck is this? But I hate when people send me friend requests on like Discord and I don't know who the fuck you are. Like, don't send me no friend request. I don't know you. If I know you from like the stream or something, that's cool. But if I don't know, if I've never seen you, why you gonna send me a friend request? You're a bot for sure. You're sus. That's what you are.
Where my blades? While the moon cycles, I remain the anchor.
Boom. 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 Give us something good right now. That's what we need right now. This is what we need, chat. Oh, it's right here. Wait. Why do I have two chickens that aren't like... Are they just shit chickens? Like, what happened here? Wait, that chicken is dog shit. Okay. I hate you. Yeah, I don't like using arrow. My arrow rover is not built, so it would 100% be Siakona. Siakona, SK, and Iuno. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it because it's only 7. Okay, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it because if we get crit rate right here, it would have been perfect. Perfect, I tell you. But I'm keeping this one because I got liberation. Ook. Wait. Did I see a crit damage one? No? Nope. Alright, let's transform some. Here. To crit damage. Then we'll see what we can get. No, I already have my Iuno Moonlit completely done. Completely done. My take is signature on DPS is important. Supports like Shorekeeper. Yeah. That's the same way we all think for sure. Oh shit. It's crit damage. Did I make the other one crit damage? I'm so used to making things crit rate that I probably made it crit rate by accident. I'm gonna make 5 and then we'll see where we go from there. Okay, I don't want to do the attack one. Shit. There we go, healing bonus. I need one of these to have crit rate, crit damage, and liberation. It'll be so peak if that happens.
Where my blades lead. While the moon cycles, I remain the anchor.
It'll be so peak if that happens. Come on now. Starting off bad. I mean, yeah. Oh, if this is crit rate, I'm almost out of tuners, chat. I just noticed that. I just noticed I'm almost out of tuners. We're gonna have to be hitting Tazza Fields until Galbrena drops, so I can be ready for Galbrena. That's gonna be a problem. I do have a bunch of purple tuners, so I can just turn them as well for like probably like 300-400 ones. Crit damage. Yo. Hold on. Maybe this could be it. Maybe. Liberation, please. I mean, it got crit rate and crit damage, but that's such a shit piece, bro. That is such a shit piece. This is probably better. Low key, that's probably better. Oh no. Because I'm already at 94 crit rate like this. Fuck. That's sad. Could have been great. Let's roll another one. Oh, did I roll them all? No, we're good. Wait. Let's do this. Let's stop once we have all 3 of these. Once we have all 3, we'll be done. see. Come on now. Ah. I need it, bro. I need it to be good. Okay, not that one. I'll keep that one for now. I'll put you here. You here. Flat. Heavy. One more. Nope. That's not it. Alright, the last one, and then we'll test damage real quick before I do, like, 2 reactions. I know I keep bringing it down. I said it was going to be like 5, then 3, and now we're at 2. I don't even know what I'm going to react to, so it really depends. If I'm not feeling it, oh, defense. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling basic. Okay. Maybe it'll get better at 20. Maybe it'll get better at 20. If 20 is crit rate, you know, we might be able to cook. I'm risking it, because if this is it, bro, I would have been happy. But I never do this, guys. Don't push the 25 as often as I've been doing. Yeah, because then you'll get hoed. And then you'll be depressed. Alright, let's go and test this out. We have her set for now until I eventually mid-max this piece right here. But we have her at... Let's see her stats. 267 crit damage. 2,200 attack. 82 crit rate. And what's her liberation looking like? That's a whole lot of liberation. Why she got so much liberation? What's going on? Hold on. What? God damn. Okay, so from here she got like 50. Where the hell's the other 20 coming from? Her weapon? Oh, I'm buffed, ain't I? Where the hell's the other one coming from? What? I don't even know where it's coming from, but we're gonna go test it. We're gonna go see how this feels like with Siakona right here. The hell's Siakona? Am I blind? Oh yeah, I'm blind right here.
Now my inspiration is flowing.
Oh, the echo. Yo, that's insane amount of liberation. Did I just replace Iuno? I'm stupid, bro.
Very well. I shall grant you enlightenment.
Let's go do a hologram. Let me go see what we posted on the Discord React tabs. Alright, let's see. Which role would steal Genshin's ability to see what substats and artifacts will have instead of Hoyo's greed? How many sequences? I'm gonna have you guess how many sequences, David. You're gonna tell me how many sequences I got by what you see.
Loading.
Thanks for watching. Ojo, a perfect chord.
Get over here.
Let the show begin. Now watch closely. The moon.
Oh, I didn't get the stacks. I'm still using the other gameplay.
Causality.
I'm still playing like if I had Iuno on the team. Oh my god, what the fuck? So, I'm a new player to Withering Waves, guys. I just need to know,
While the moon cycles,
who the
my
fuck
blades.
is the
While the moon
DPS?
cycles, I remain the anchor. Where my blade leads, triumph follows.
I thought Augusta was the DPS of the team.
While the moon cycles,
What the hell was that?
Remain the anchor. Where my blade? While the moon side
What?
falls.
Bro, I know when we tested this in the beta server, I was surprised by Iuno, and I thought she was like crazy as a DPS, but what the hell was even that? My fastest time on Augusta is actually crazy. This is my fastest time on Augusta, but there's a lot of caveats to that clear time. Like, I preset Iuno, and I preset SK, and I preset Augusta to get that clear time right there. But it's not that, it's like how fast Iuno just clear that shit was actually crazy. Let me do that again. That was weird.
Astral modulation. Thanks for watching. Overture.
I just need to see Iuno, bro. Like, the hell just happened, bro?
A poem of finale. Now watch closely. Future. Reshape. Answer my call.
Bro, she just hit so hard. Like, Jesus. She hit so goddamn hard right out the gate, bro. I'm gonna just like solo this dude real quick.
On you go. Fate. You dare test me. The moon
There's no way I'm gonna eat his foot right there.
Foe, be my prey. Fate in my mark. On you go. Is that all? Causality overturned. Taste my resolve.
Okay. When you play her solo, I could tell she's the sub DPS. As opposed to Augusta. But it's so little, bro. Like, I wasn't even doing, like, the optimal rotations because this is the first time I play her as the DPS, so I'm obviously going to play like a potato. But, like, watch. Let me show y'all Augusta as a main DPS, bro. As a solo DPS. It feels so different, bro. Like, what? You can tell when she's solo, she's a sub DPS, but like this difference, bro. But on a team, holy shit, she's strong, bro.
In control. Moment of victory. My valor never fails. In control.
Like, I bet you it's gonna be like 39, maybe 40. And not only that, okay, 37. You see what you see what I mean? Like, the difference is like minuscule. And I will say, Iuno is much better at fighting enemies because she has so much range, bro.
Keep up.
That's actually insane. I was not expecting such performance from Iuno. I mean, I know she was cracked. Like I said, we tested her at S6 and everything in the beta servers. But, like, that's actually cracked. Oh, whoops. Fuck. I went into level 1. Let me do that again.
Astral modulation. Loading. Thanks for watching. Master. Ooh.
Jesus, bro. Yeah, if I didn't have to dodge the train, I mean, look, like, she just fights really, really good. Okay, so now let me test one last thing before I switch. One last thing. Augusta,
Hunt never ends.
Iuno.
Oh, what will you do without me?
That's overkill, but I just want to test.
I engraft you new.
Now watch closely.
I still have cooldown on my thing, bro. Shit. Stop being on cooldown, goddamn.
Answer my call. Honor to you, my friend.
You see what I mean? Like if I run them like this, I'll never see I'll never see the liberation from her. I'll never be able to use liberation on Augusta if I run DPS Iuno on my team. But that's actually insane. I was not expecting that. Alright, let's see. What video did y'all have for me today? Is she actually good? Hey, that's a funny video to react to right now, bro. Is Iuno actually good? I mean, I don't know what the video is gonna say, but we can react to that. And then what's the other one? What is this? EOS? The fuck is this video? How Withering Waves took 1 step forward and 100 steps back. What is this? I think this has to be a troll video. I don't know. But it's short, so we'll react to it, I guess. And one by the homie No. That's a short video too. What is this video? We got 3 Iuno videos. I guess 2 Iuno videos and one about Wuwa dying or something. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what this is. You guys sent all 3 of these videos to me. Let me actually... Whoops. Let's go with this. All right. We're going to start with... Tunda's video. Is Iuno actually that good? Okay, I mean, yes, she's freaking cracked at S0, R1, at S2, at S3. She's at S6. I don't even know who the DPS is, her or... Yeah, I'll leave that for the video. His monotonous voice honestly makes it hard for my autism to tell whether he's being sarcastic, to be honest. That reminds me of that one guy. Was that other dude that's like very monotonous when he talks? But he makes rage videos. I can't think of his name. Y'all know who I'm talking about, though. It reminds me of that guy with your comment right there, D. What's his name, bro? There's a dude that always makes videos like that. But anyway, let's hop onto this video, man. Let's hop onto this. Let me share some of these on Twitch real quick. Boom, 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 boom. And bam, 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 bam. Yes, there you go, Iango. Yeah, Iango. There you go. He's very monotonous when he speaks. So I was like, oh, okay, okay. Or should I just watch the Withering Waves is dying or whatever it was? What was it? Withering Waves took 100 steps back is crazy. That's crazy, bro. That's definitely a rage bait video for sure. That has to be a sarcastic video because ain't no way. 100 steps back is wild. All right, let's see. Who made this video again? Gabimaru. We got like a little fucking, what is that? Like a squirrel? Fucking got a little animal over there as his profile picture. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys wanted me to react to this video by the homie Gabimaru titled Wuthering Waves Took One Step Forward and 100 Steps Back. Now, I have no idea what this video is about. We were just chilling on the Discord. We were just chilling, streaming, testing some Iuno, getting some god rolls, and you guys told me to watch this video. Now, by the title alone, I gotta say it's probably either one of those rage bait videos or one of those sarcastic videos, because hey man, it ain't really that bad. Holy shit. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump onto the video and see what this dude's gotta say.
How Wuthering Waves takes one step forward but 100 steps back. Now, as everybody knows, Wuwa has been going towards a downward spiral of just becoming a much worse version of what it could have been and originally was.
Damn. Has it been that bad, guys? I didn't even know it was that bad. I mean, shit. I need more content, but it hasn't really been that bad.
In search for greed. And this has become especially...
These greedy gacha devs, bro. How dare they? They just want to milk us dry, just like your mama. That's crazy, bro.
Noticeable after the anniversary, with us getting the introduction of a full negative status effect team in action, and how...
Yo, why is it that so many people hate on the negative status elements? Like so many, and I don't know if like, once again, we were just starting the video, so I don't know if it's like rage bait. Seems kind of, you know, the monotonous tone that you guys were telling me was going to be on this video. So I don't know if it's like, you know, rage bait or, you know, just whatever. But outside of this video, so many people actually hate Spectral Frazzle and Arrow Erosion. And I don't know if it's in itself because of the way it works or because of the fact that we have so many little options to make Spectral Frazzle and Arrow Erosion really work with the main characters that it's supposed to work with. Like, if you're not running Peebs with your Zani, you're running Spectral Rover, which feels like chewing on nails, bro. Like chewing on rocks. It feels like ass. So I understand why people would dislike Spectral Frazzle. And then with Arrow Erosion, you have like Kona as the only character that's really applying it. And then Arrow Rover is just trash and he can't even apply it. So I don't know if it's in itself because the mechanics suck ass or because we don't have many options to make them work smoother, I guess. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think about that.
Zanny loses a lot of not only damage, but even gameplay without her best in slot support being Phoebe.
That's 100% true. Zani feels like shit to play with Spectral Rover. I don't care how many of you people want to cope in my comments and talk about, well, actually, I can clear so much content with Zani and Spectral Rover. Yeah, okay, it still feels like shit compared to Zani Peebs. That's all we're saying, and that's a fact.
And since then, it's only been ramping up with even more restrictive buffs, such as Iuno's shield refresh gimmick that unfortunately only Augusta can take advantage of, making her value worse for other heavy attackers, right? And this isn't anything really new, right? They also...
To be fair, though, as someone that personally didn't like how restrictive the Iuno buff, the Blessing of the One Light buff was from Iuno, I still think she's a very solid character to slot into any heavy team because she's like a brand, right? She doesn't just offer the supporting capabilities, but this freaking character brings in a really solid amount of damage. It's actually insane. Even S0 R1, she drops in so much damage in her rotations. She has the heavy buff, and she's also out here healing. So pretty damn good character, even in other heavy comps.
So we're kind of scummy with Cartethia. People can say it doesn't affect her gameplay, however it kind of does, because you need to do an entirely different rotation that takes noticeably more time to make up for not having Chacona with your Cartethia, as you need to transform into small cart to be able to apply Arrow Erosion for Floridalis to really do her thing. While with Chacona, because she just constantly inflicts it, and her just in general being the best in slot for Cartethia, Cartethia, it ends up being a thing of Cartethia without Chacona is about 40% weaker as compared to SK, which is the most insane jump in the entirety of the game.
Okay, but I'm gonna be honest though, Cartethia is actually freaking crazy. Like, even without Siakona, she's still out here doing so much work. Like, Cartethia is an absolute menace. She's super good. And of course, like always, he's stating just obvious facts. Yes, best in slot characters make their, best in slot main DPS just that much better. We all know that, right?
How about signature weapons, right? A big thing about Wuthering Waves back at the beginning of when this game was originally made was its glaze for the signature weapon banner being guaranteed. And
yeah, that's pretty damn good, bro. I come from a lot of games where the weapons is not guaranteed, so having the weapon be guaranteed is one more reason why I tell people, if you like a character, you want that character to have as much longevity as possible, get their signature weapons. You'll be absolutely fine. It'll give them more longevity. It'll make them stronger. And you won't have to worry about getting the fifth best in slot weapon because you don't have any of the other options.
I myself made countless videos glazing it as well. However, at this point, not having a signature weapon on a character feels like you are playing half the character when you should have always just had the character mostly whole after simply pulling them.
Okay, I don't agree with that take. I will say, yes, when you don't get a signature weapon on a character, it feels like you're playing a weaker version of the character, but that applies to everything. You don't get their best in slot, it feels like you're not playing the entire, character. You're not playing it as best as you can. You don't get the best in slot echo set, it feels like you're kind of missing out, right? And the same goes for weapons. Sure, some have more impact than others, like the signature weapon and the best in slot character, but I feel that's just part of it. Like, if you like a character, you should build around that character. Get them their freaking weapon. Stop trying to, go for the bottom of the barrel option and then get mad that your damage is falling off compared to having the signature weapon. Not only is the signature weapon guaranteed, but yo ass don't need to be pulling on every single character. Now, if you want to pull on every single character, then don't complain that your character without signature weapon is doing less damage. So, yes, I do agree that everything regarding the character feeling weaker is true, but I don't agree that you should have the character just flat out do everything right away. While it would be amazing, the reality of it that these games are out here to milk us dry, like your mama. So they want to make sure we pull the character, we pull the weapon, we pull the best in slot. It's just the way it is, right? If they make it so the character just comes out completely whole and you don't need to pull their best in slot, you don't got to pull their weapon, I mean, they wouldn't make as much money as they do, and they would have a lot harder time team building and such when it comes to the developers giving us the characters.
Going from really rarely seeing 20% jumps in signature in version 1 to now hitting up to over 40% a year later is absolutely insane. How do you...
Okay, so that's actually true. So when the game first came out, and that actually pulls back to a comment that someone left on my video, which was, at the beginning of Wuwa, a lot of things were more diverse. Nowadays, everything is extremely specific. Tower buffs are very specific. Weapons are very specific to the characters, right? Echo sets are very specific to the characters. When Wuwa first came out, tower buffs would be more arrow damage on this floor, right? Now it's if your character has no shoes on, wears a G-string, and has blue hair, you do 30% more damage. Now it's a lot more specific, and the same goes for the the echo sets. Back in the day, they would be a lot more broad. Nowadays, is also very specific. Yo, if your character can stack shield every 0.5 seconds, then you get the buff. Otherwise, you don't. Back in the day, it would be a lot more broad, and you could use it on multiple characters. That's why multiple characters could rock the fusion set or the arrow set. And weapons are the exact same thing. If you look back to weapons like Gion's weapon, like Yinlin's weapon, like Shang Li's weapon, all of those weapons, to this day, they're still amazing options on tons of characters. Yinlin's weapon was used on almost every single character until Frolova got here, and that was the one time where everybody was like, shit, I guess that's not a second best option anymore, right? And nowadays, weapons are extremely specific to the characters, and there are some weapons that in all reality, you could really only use on the characters that they're meant to be used on. And I feel that we're going to keep going that route. Personally, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I still believe that you should pull the signature weapon on the characters you enjoy playing, but at the same time, I do like having other options to play certain characters. I've noticed it more on like free-to-play accounts. It just gives free-to-plays more options to play their characters, maybe until they get enough asteroids to get the right weapons for their characters. Maybe if they miss when the character was here, they lost a 50-50 and they couldn't get it, and they saved for the next rerun, they could have other options as opposed to being so restrictive to certain weapons.
You even justify these types of jumps, and as I said earlier, this is just taking one step forward, 100 steps back. Everything has a catch, right? Or what about on the anniversary when they had the polls locked behind you pulling 80 times? You had to pull 80 times.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Is he talking about that like night market shop? I thought you could get the pulls by just doing all the activities that could give us, and it was only like 5 pulls or some shit like that, maybe 10, I don't know. But I thought you could get the pulls even without summoning during the whole anniversary. But you wouldn't be able to get all the other stuff, but you could get the pulls at least. Just you wouldn't be able to get everything else. But I could be wrong about that, guys. So don't actually quote me on that. I don't remember. But I know you could get, if it wasn't all of the pulls, at least most of the pulls, even though there was some other really good goodies that you could get from that shop. And I think you did have to summon a little bit. It was half of them? Okay, so, okay, fair. Once again, I didn't remember exactly what was going on, but I thought you could get most of them just from the quest, and maybe even doing standard banner summons, or, hey, bro, do a cheeky temple, you might get Cardathea, or I don't know, but okay, let's hear him out on that.
Times to unlock all the pulls in the patch because it was locked behind a night market.
Did you really have to, like, on top of the quest that they gave us, you had to do 80 pulls to get those shits? Because, like, I know free-to-plays that didn't summon 80 times and they had the pulls. That's crazy. I didn't know that. 80 pulls is a whole lot of freaking pulls for, what is it, 5 extra pulls maybe? I don't know. At that point, don't even summon. Fuck them pulls. like if you gotta summon 80 times to get freaking 5 pulls, what's the point? I wouldn't even be mad. I'll save my asteroids, but I get why some people would be upset at that, especially during an anniversary.
Otherwise, the pulls per patch for the anniversary would have been lower than the average pulls per patch that the game has, right? It truly feels like this game is just a hollow shell of what it used to be, right? What it used to represent.
Oh no, he definitely trolling, guys. He's definitely trolling for sure. Because, like, I get having your complaints and stuff about certain things, and some things are very valid, right? Some, like, we talked about the weapons and, you know, the echo sets and all of that, and even the tower buffs becoming hyper specific. I could see how some people could have, you know, problems with that. That's absolutely fine and realistic, but I feel like he's going a little bit extra here, so definitely
used to represent why people dedicated their time and put in their okay.
Oh nah, he's definitely high as hell when he recorded this video. Oh nah, he trolling, bro. Homie's out here having a giggle attack. What's going on? How long is he gonna laugh for, bro? What's going on? Is this man gonna giggle the rest of the video? Like, what's happening, bro? If he giggles for like 2 seconds, 2 more seconds. I think I'm just gonna like end the video. What's going on? Oh no, he trolling. He trolling. What's happening right now? Yeah, well, yeah, that was definitely some kind of like rage bait. I don't know what's going on there. Y'all told me to check out his latest video. That was his latest video.
So I wasn't much more viable because
My mod watching it. What is this? I'm gonna be honest.
so
boys,
you can run duo DPS teams such as
I don't know what's going on with the video, but yeah, that was kind of extra, bro. That was kind of extra, bro. Homie got the munchies for real, bro, and started laughing a little bit. Homie got a little bit too high. Oh no, Gabimaru the great saint hater. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that video. It got a little weird, bro. Like, I don't know what happened. I just got a little weird at the end. Okay, let's see what the next video y'all wanted me to react to is. I know Nowl is gonna have good videos. I think he drops good videos, so we'll react to this one because I don't know what the hell was that, bro. Homie was giggling. There was still like 20 seconds left of the video. Homie was definitely on a gummy or something, bro. Everybody's like, yo, homie was tripping. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, bro. I want to see what this is. Wait, no, actually, I want to see this one. Because we were just testing Iuno. So, maybe this would be a good video. I don't know what happened with that other one. That was a rage bait or some shit. I think bro was just making fun of people like that. True. Understandable. Understandable. Someone said it was like a parody of someone else's video, so maybe I'm missing a lot of context, right? Maybe I'm missing a lot of context. Let's watch this Iuno video. Is Iuno actually that good? Ladies and gentlemen, today we gotta talk about the feet goddess herself, YOOOO. And I gotta tell you, I've been loving this character. I played her at S0 R1 for, I believe, a couple of days. Then I took her to S2. I played her a little bit longer. And then I decided to go balls deep into Iuno, go all the way down to the base of the shaft, and get her at S6 R5. And I gotta tell you, she is hands down one of the craziest characters in the game. Y'all know me maybe as the Brand Glazer. I loved everything that Brand brought to the table. This dude was an absolute menace. He was a support, a shielder, a healer, a DPS, and ever since then, every other sub DPS or support that they've dropped, I've been expecting something like Brand, and we really haven't had it. Lupa is just weird. Lupa is kind of in there. You could S6 R5 her, she's still kind of mid, bro. But when it comes to Iuno, I gotta be honest, this character is an absolute monster. At S0 R1 or at S6 R5, she is a beast. So today we're going to take a look at this video by Tunda, and it's titled, Is Iuno Actually That Good? We haven't even started the video. I'm going to tell you, yes, she's actually that freaking good. Whether you're and I was rocking her on Moonlit. We haven't even let the video start. I was rocking her on Moonlit. She is such a good support for any team that you slot her in, because not only does she bring her buffing capabilities into the table, but she also has very, very solid damage and heals. But yo, enough of me yapping. Let's hop onto the video.
And I believe that I can now fully form my thoughts on her, which I'm going to be discussing in today's video. First, I'm talking about her performance in Tower, then her performance within Whimpering Wastes, and then finally I'll talk about the points I made in my pros and cons video to see if I was right about her or not, starting with Tower. Tower is actually the game mode where I feel that while it is Iuno's best game mode, it's the one I feel like she has the least impact in, which we're gonna discuss a bit more when we get to the Whimpering Waste section.
That's crazy, because Iuno in Tower is actually insane. I've seen teams of S0 R1 Iuno as the main DPS of the team, clearing Tower stages with no problem. Keep in mind, she is running with her best comp, whether it's Siakona SK or Jiangxing SK. She's still clearing towers. So that's actually very interesting. I'm guessing her performance in Whimpering Waste is even better. And I do gotta keep it real with y'all. I haven't tested my Iuno in Whimpering Waste. I've only tested her in Tower and in Hologram. So pretty damn interesting to hear that.
Obviously, Iuno is meant to be good with Augusta. That much is obvious. We kinda knew that from the Blessing of the One Light effect alone. But the thing is, Augusta was already an incredibly powerful character for Tau of Adversity.
Yeah.
And while Iuno is an upgrade over Mortefi, I still don't believe that she is big enough of an upgrade to really justify getting her for meta purposes only.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop my take on that because, so I did my own comparisons, right, from Iuno and Mortefi, right, with Augusta. There's a big difference that people don't like to consider when they talk about this particular thing. And like you guys know, I like testing a lot. I like testing a lot to see what really matters. And this is one thing that you guys got to understand. If you're gauging Iuno's value versus Mortefi with the direct damage that Augusta does, yes, the increase is not that big, right? If you're gauging if you should get Iuno for your Augusta directly by gauging her damage in comparison to the damage she does with Mortefi on the team, it's not that big of a deal. But the reality of it is that while one, she will do more damage with Iuno on the team, she's also bringing a lot of damage of her own. Iuno is bringing quite a good amount of damage, pretty damn solid, to the Augusta comp. She's also bringing heals into the team, which is also one of those things that you gotta count. So the way I see it is, if you're running Augusta and Mortefi, you're running a hyper carry top heavy team where, you know, you set up your SK, you set up your Mortefi, and then you go into Augusta and you do your thing. If you're running Augusta with Iuno, now you have another source of outputting damage, which is Iuno. And then on top of that, you also have the buffs that are going to increase your Augusta to do more damage than the Mortefi comp. And then you're also going to have the heal. So you can't just look at it from the point of view of how much damage does my Augusta do, right? Because while the increase is not that big, when you look at team damage comparisons and overall how they play together, I do notice the difference with Iuno Augusta versus Iuno Mortefi. That's one thing you guys got to keep in mind.
Mortefi Augusta is still an incredibly good combination.
That's absolutely true, though. Mortefi Augusta is still an absolutely bonkers combination. Like, Mortefi Augusta is super smooth. Another thing that I want to throw in there, since we're talking about Mortefi and Augusta, I feel that the rotations with Mortefi and Augusta are quicker and per se easier and smoother than with Iuno, because, well, with Mortefi, you're just going in there. Mortefi is a very easy character to play. You're kind of just doing your thing to buff Augusta and you're getting out. Whether with Iuno, you want to take advantage of her gameplay, deal damage with her entire rotation, and then move on to Augusta. That's the difference between them. Simplicity with Mortefi, a little bit more complexity with Iuno, but a lot more benefits as well.
And yeah, sure, Iuno is better, but is being better really enough to justify that amount of pulls? We're going to be talking about it a bit more later on, but I'm just trying to tell you why I believe that Iuno is not a very impactful character when it comes to tower. Well, at least when it comes to Augusta, because unlike other sub-DPS characters, Iuno is actually pretty good with multiple carries.
Yes.
She works pretty decently with Zani, where she is a downgrade over Spectre Rover and Shorekeeper, but still a pretty good option. She also works well with Phoebe, basically being around the same ballpark as all the other teams, like for example the Shikona and the Mortefi teams. The character that I have seen pretty good improvements on is GN. GN is now a character that feels more competitive, but he's still not top tier.
Okay, but see, the thing is, there's two things. One thing that just caught my attention, which was the S Rover, you know, getting brought up in there for the Spectral Frazzle comps, or the heavy character comps like Peebs and Zani. The thing is, Spectral Rover, once again, I don't think really compares to Iuno with what Iuno brings to the table. Iuno's damage is pretty damn big and quick as well. And it could just be a me thing. You guys can go ahead and roast me in the comments. I don't like Rover's gameplay all too much. At least not when you compare, like, Rovers to, you know, the opposite character. So, like, in this case, like he said, S Rover to Iuno. I would much rather have Iuno on my team on a Zani comp, for example, than S Rover. S Rover to me feels like playing with a bag of bricks as opposed to Iuno on like a Zani or maybe even a PB comp. So there's that. And then when it comes to Gion, Iuno does make him a bit better, but I think in that comp it's even less worth it getting Iuno for Gion if you already have your Mortifi build, because Iuno kind of becomes the main DPS of that team. Your Gion might still do maybe more damage because you still have the Mortifi in there, but in all reality, Gion's current best team from what I'm hearing and seeing is Gion, Siakona, and Iuno. And at that point, I think it's a toss-up between Iuno and Gion. It's like a duo type of DPS type of team. It's weird.
which, you know, makes sense. Also, Iuno doesn't really solve GN's major issue. GN's primary issue in tower for quite some time now has been bosses, and the fact
Gion's main damage in tower is the fact that bosses are now more mobile, and Gion doesn't have a way to gap close, and he relies heavily on that liberation burst and that liberation mode to deal all his damage. And if he's in that mode and one of these bosses fucking flies up in the air or jumps halfway across the map, you lose half of your damage. So that's Gion's biggest problem, mobility and being able to gap close between these bosses.
that GN, a lot of the time, just can't consistently hit them. There's a lot of bosses that just run away from you at times, or go into the air, and GN can't deal with that.
Yep.
While Iuno does have ranged abilities, which means she's able to hit enemies while they're in the
Yeah.
air, this still doesn't solve the issue with GN. The reason that Iuno is good with GN is also not exactly because of buffing GN, because in fact she buffs GN less than Mortefi does. It's more so because her personal damage is so
Yup.
stupidly high that
Bro, this exactly what I've been saying. Exactly what I've been saying this whole time.
GN
Yep.
really gets the piggyback off of Iuno's success.
Yeah.
So it really feels like GN is kind of being wheelchaired through his problems. But that's beside the point. DPS Iuno is also actually really solid in tower. It's among some of the better teams if you ask me. Sure, it's no top tier team, but, well, it is actually pretty good. I can clear the tower pretty easily with the Iuno DPS team, which is very nice to see. A lot of sub DPSs suffer from the issue that they feel way too tied to their DPS unit's relevancy in order to actually be relevant themselves. But
Yeah. Okay, so this goes back to kind of what I was saying with Lupa. Ever since Brent, I've been waiting for other characters because you can slot Brent on many teams and he'll still do good. Even teams that don't rely on fusion or skill damage, he can quick swap pretty good. He can offer his own damage. He has the shields. He has the heals. So he does really good. When I look at characters like maybe Lupa or even something worse than that, Roshia, they're extremely tied to their characters, and outside of that, you don't really use them unless you like the character. I love Lupa's design. She has my favorite like summon animation. She's great looking, everything. But she feels like outside of rocking her on my mono fusion team, there's not a lot of teams that I'd personally, like currently at least, want to use her on, and much less Rocha, right? Rocha's going to be getting used with what, like Camellia and Frolova, and that's it. So when it comes to Iuno, you really feel that even though she does have that blessing of the wand light that ties her directly with Augusta, they're pretty much scissoring all the time with how close that buff is directly tied to Augusta. She's still a very viable independent unit that you can slot into any team, bro, even teams that are not necessarily like heavy attacking teams, because she brings that much into the table. You can build around her, you can slot her into some teams just to have an extra damage dealer in there, or you can slot her in with, you know, her ideal partner, which is Augusta.
I see Iuno being able to avoid this fate, which is very nice for her. And that brings us to Whimpering Wastes,
Okay.
where while I do believe Iuno is less good in Whimpering Wastes compared
Okay.
to Tower, she has a lot more impact in this mode if you ask me, especially when you give her signature weapon. The thing that makes
That's a confusing take. She's not as good, but she has more impact. Okay.
Iuno stand out in Whimpering Wastes is that, unlike Mortefi, Iuno is able to wipe out waves of enemies during her field time.
Yeah.
This is actually incredibly important. one of the biggest deals for Whimpering Wastes.
Oh, we're comparing her impact versus Mortefy's impact. Oh, okay, yeah, then that makes sense. I thought we were just comparing her impact as a standalone unit, or, you know, a unit that can be slotted into multiple teams. Yeah. If we're comparing her versus Mortefy, Mortefy's just freaking trash. Like, Mortefy hits like a wet noodle, bro. You can build that dude like a whole DPS, and you'll hit like 2 wet noodles. So, okay, I understand what he meant by that now, in that sense.
Is having consistent damage output.
Yeah.
The more time you're wasting on a support whose damage on the field isn't that high, the less waves you get to wipe. And ultimately, in Whimpering Wastes, the #1 priority is wiping as many waves as possible.
Yeah.
Mortefy doesn't really wipe that many waves on his own, with a lot of his damage coming from his coordinate attacks,
That Bumba
which are
Clock could
during
barely
Augusta's field time.
That Bumbleclot could barely wipe 1 wave. What are we talking about?
But with Iuno, that's not really an issue. Her damage is basically only when she herself is on the field, which means that while you're playing Iuno, you're constantly wiping out waves, especially with your Liberation.
Yeah.
This leads to massive buffs and scores for Augusta, and it makes me very confident that Augusta is now one of the best DPSs for Whimpering Wastes, assuming you have Iuno. Much like
That's a funny take, right? Considering how many people were mad about Augusta's Liberation time freeze because it would be wasted if the waves weren't like the same enemies popping up right after each other. And I gotta agree with him. Augusta is absolutely insane in Whimpering Wastes. She's pretty damn good. Yeah, she doesn't compare to like freaking what's her face, Frolova, but she's still pretty damn solid.
what I said during the tower segment, Iuno is also good in multiple other teams in Whimpering Wastes. And it's for very similar reasons as with the Augusta team, being the fact that, well, Iuno gets to do a lot of damage to waves of enemies while you are playing her. For example, a team of Phoebe, Iuno, and Shakona will probably do better than a Shakona Shorekeeper team, because during Shorekeeper's field time, there's really not that much that's happening damage-wise. Zani is a bit of a different story, because if you're good enough at Quickswap, you're able to exploit Zani's very long animations to apply more frazzle in the middle of your Zani rotation. But most people aren't going for this.
Yeah, I was about to say, most people really don't want to do that.
So again, Iuno seems to be a very good option for these characters because she has a lot of personal damage, which allows her to wipe waves of her own. Sure, in some teams she'll be a bit more of an awkward fit than others, but that's just kind of the price you pay for a character that works with multiple other characters.
And not only that, that's really how all the characters work. There are people that make weird comps and get things going, but there's just units that will be better fitted to run with others. That's pretty damn normal. Yeah.
You're not really seeing anyone play Jaja out of a Carlotta or a Jinchi team anymore, but Iuno has way more flexibility in this regard. As for Iuno DPS in Whimpering Wastes, I wasn't that impressed. It is pretty decent, don't get me wrong here, but I personally don't believe that the character is that good for Whimpering Wastes if you're trying to DPS her. A lot of her damage is centered in her Liberation's nuke, which can wipe waves. But here's the thing, in the DPS rotation, you're using it right after Arc Beyond the Edge, which puts you very high up into the air. If you use your Liberation too early, you could just straight up entirely miss your Liberation. And considering just how much damage it does, this can be very negative for your overall clear score. Iuno DPS is pretty decent in Whimpering.
I could see how that is a real thing, but at the same time, I feel that Iuno DPS with Whimpering Wastes, you could still do a lot of damage because of the way her kit works. And on top of that, you could pair her up with other characters that have been, per se, falling behind, right? So if you pair her up with like a Gion, you have 2 very solid sources of damage from these 2 characters. So maybe if he's referring strictly to main DPS and building a team around her, like, I don't know, like a Sia Kona, like an SK or something, then I could see where he's coming from. But if we're talking about her performance in a team that is kind of optimized to do Whimpering Wastes content, I think that she would actually perform pretty damn well.
Wastes, but I'm not gonna go out of my way and call it some kind of insane team, because that would be a lie. It's just decent. And that brings me to the points I made in my pros and cons video, starting with Iuno's incredibly high damage output. I think this one speaks for itself, it's very true. Iuno basically throws almost every single sub DPS under the water when it comes to damage output. Her liberation alone might just deal more than half of the damage that your Phoebe in Confession mode is doing. And that
Phoebe in Confession mode is a whole nother wet noodle, bro. I hate Confession Phoebe, especially when you run her with Zani. You run Confession mode Peebs normally, she deals more damage. You run Confession mode Peebs with Zani, you're a wet noodle, bro. Because for those of you that don't know, she actually gets a part of her weapon buff nerfed when she rocks with Zani in Confession mode. Or in any mode, when she's hitting targets with Spectral Fragile, because it instantly gets turned to the other thing, so... yeah, that's true. This character as a sub DPS or a support is absolutely insane. And I think the only character you could really compare her to would be Brent. And even then, I would really have to test out numbers. But I do think that as a main DPS, like if you're using her as a main DPS and you're using Brent as a main DPS, I have this feeling that she does more damage than Brent, but it's relatively close. But I do think she has a better way to bring out that damage, because Brant is more of a, you set up that anchor, you drop the anchor, you're back down to like very little damage, whereas she's constantly dealing damage from a lot of her kit, bro.
That is with only Shorekeeper buffs. Iuno's damage output is just kind of ridiculously high.
Yeah.
I think that no one can really deny that when it comes to sub DPS characters, Iuno and Brant are the top dogs.
Yeah, there you go.
That should...
bro, I like when I do videos like this and I react to people's videos, and oftentimes, because I like to pause before they keep going into the video to speak my mind, and I like when I say things that I personally have tested or have seen from, you know, my testing or other people's testing that I get to see live, like from my Discord, and then they, you know, I hit play and they say those exact things, because I feel that they're not big brain takes. I feel that I'm not out here being like, oh, this guy's so smart, he says something that... I feel that they're just basic takes that anybody with 2 brain cells can see if they play the game. And a lot of times people really don't see things like this. Like, you really have to break it down and make entire discussions about these type of topics. So it really is that way. Brent and Iuno are the absolute peak of Wuthering Waves when it comes to sub DPS supports. I think this is really good. SK is a whole nother scenario because she's not a sub DPS. She's just purely support.
be pretty obvious by the fact that they both have main DPS teams, while other sub DPSs don't really do that.
Yeah.
Other than Phoebe, but she has an entirely dedicated mode for it.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, I said that Iuno works with plenty of DPS characters, which, if you've been paying attention to this video, is very true. Augusta, GN, Phoebe, and Zani are all DPSs that she works with, which is more than most sub DPSs can say, especially since with most of these sub DPSs, some of the synergies start to get a little bit iffy, where only one part of the kit really synergizes with the DPS, while the rest just kind of exists. So yeah, I think it's pretty easy to say that Iuno has a pretty varied team selection.
Yeah.
I also said that she can be a main DPS herself, which, again, I've talked about this in the video. Her main DPS team is pretty decent. It's actually pretty good in tower, and in Whimpering Wastes, it should be good enough to clear. So yeah, again, that's true. I also said that she is capable of healing teammates, which, I mean, yeah, that's just in her kit.
Yeah.
You can't really deny that. I didn't really notice the healing myself, but that's because I personally don't get hit much. I'm very sure that
Homie said, hey, I didn't even notice the healing because I don't got skill issues. That's crazy. Homie said he built different.
someone who is less good at dodging and gets hit more appreciates this healing quite a lot. But then in the negatives, I said that for one of the negatives that while Iuno is better than Mortefi in most of Mortefi's teams, is it really worth the cost? And this
I'm gonna be honest, I think that in most scenarios, it is worth the cost. Because if we're directly comparing Iuno to Mortefi, and we just want to be flat out, you know, clear as day about what we gotta say, it's this simple. She provides better buffs. She deals more damage. She heals. and she has better gameplay mechanics like movement, range, flight, pretty much. So if we count all of those things alone as a standalone character, yes, she's better than Mortefi in almost every scenario, if not in every single scenario. Now, if you're on an absolute budget, you're wondering if you should get your, Iuno for characters like, I don't know, Augusta, characters like Gion, for example. I would say yes, because for Augusta, straight up improvement, right? And even if it's a small improvement in direct damage increase, it's a bigger improvement in overall team damage increase. If we're also talking about Gion, if you're trying to give your Gion more longevity, while the buffs from your Mortefi might still give him more damage, your overall team damage with Iuno is also going to be bigger. So I don't really see a specific scenario where comparing Mortefi versus Iuno would be bad for Iuno. So if that's the scenario, Iuno wins in every single category, pretty much.
One is really case by case dependent. There's not really any one answer.
Yeah, and like Jay just said, even if you're not trying to get her for your Augusta, the fact that you can build her as a standalone main DPS, the fact that you could go around and pair her up with maybe your Siakona, pair her up with your Jiang Xing, that's, she's a 1.0 standard banner character, and all of a sudden she becomes a very solid main DPS, gives her that much more value, more longevity, more diversity for your account. Maybe you need a specific extra character to clear some floors in tower. You can't really do that with Mortefi unless it's like the easy floors. But Iuno can flat out become a main DPS. So I don't even think it's fair to compare Mortefi to Iuno. Mortefi is an amazing character. He's done us a lot of service this whole time, and he can still be an amazing character that will still get your Augusta to do great damage. You will still get your Gion to do great damage, but in every freaking basic aspect, Iuno is always going to be the better option.
That is correct for everyone. Iuno can be worth it if you have multiple heavy attack based characters, where one of them gets Mortefi and the other one gets Iuno. Iuno can also be a main DPS, which Mortefi can't do. So
Yeah.
I think it's unfair to say that you shouldn't pull for Iuno just because Mortefi is goated.
Yeah.
But it also wouldn't be fair to say that Iuno is worth pulling even though Mortefi exists. It's very case by case dependent. And then
Okay, you can say it's very case by case, but in all reality, in every aspect, she is better.
I also said that Iuno had a pretty long rotation, which, while it is true, I didn't really notice much of it.
So I think, once again, he's comparing her rotation to Mortefi. That's why I said yes. If you just look at Iuno's overall rotation, is not a very long rotation. It's just like a normal rotation, right? But if you compare her with Mortefi, who goes into the stage, does like 2 things and outros, then by that comparison, it is a very long rotation, because with Iuno, you're actually trying to do stuff. You're trying to, get off your skills and your liberation and your damage and all of that. Whereas with Mortefi, you're not.
Iuno's rotation is definitely longer than characters like Mortefi, and feels more in the ballpark of characters like Brant when it comes to how long her rotation takes.
Well, yeah, once again, another character that you want to be doing damage with. You want to take advantage of that rotation. It's not just about the buffs, but taking advantage of the damage they can bring during said rotation. So it just makes sense.
Sometimes a bit shorter than him. But I feel that her very large personal damage really makes up for this.
Yeah.
Just like with Brant, they are both on the longer side when it comes to their rotation time, but they make up for it with very large damage output. But that's just my opinion on Iuno. Let me know what you think in the comments down below.
All right, that was a solid video, man. Honestly, I think there was a lot of really good takes on the video. There's a lot of caveats to it that I hope that with my explanation, it brought a little bit more light to some of the things he was saying. Not that anything he was saying that I could heavily disagree with or even disagree, I think. But a lot of times people don't really get the full picture unless you explain it to them like they were toddlers. But yeah, that's going to be it for me, guys. I do think Iuno is an absolute monster of a character. Y'all know how much I love Brant. I've tested Brant at S0R1 in almost every facet of content in the game. I tested him in holograms. I literally went through almost all the holograms with just Brant, and then the ones that got a little harder, I paired him up with the level 50 Sanhua, and I was doing everything. I paired him up with Sanhua in Tower, and I also did solo Brant in Tower, and at the time, I cleared all 3 sides with a solo S0R1 Brant, and he was a beast. And ever since then, I've been waiting for a character that I could tell you guys feels just like this. A character that could be slotted into the ideal team composition. A character that can be slotted into other teams as secondary options. And a character that can be built around and made into a main DPS and have comparable damage to other main DPS characters. Maybe not as good as dedicated main DPSs, but somewhere up there, and Iuno is definitely one of those characters. So whether you want her for everything she can offer your Augusta, or anything she can offer us a heavy attack buffer, or simply because she has some yummy and delicious toast, not what I said, what some of you say, by all means, I do think she is actually that good. But that's going to be it, guys. If you've enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe, join our Discord, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. All right. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's good. That's good. I think that was a interesting video. I think that was an interesting. And the last one is I'll leave it for tomorrow because I gotta get off to do some raids, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just double check the people are actually around. Let me double check. I gotta tag them and see what they say. Boom. Boom. There we go. Let's see what some of you guys have to say. All right. Is it illegal to buff a character that was pulled, like adding a gap close to... No, it is not illegal to buff characters. It is, from what my understanding is, it's illegal to nerf characters, but it's not illegal to nerf or to buff characters. I pulled Lupa and upgraded to S3. She's pretty viable in Sanhua SK teams. Releasing Brandon to another team. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big fan of Lupa in terms of like as a main DPS. If you want to run her that way, I think the biggest thing that Lupa brings is her supporting capabilities, and probably just her intro. Her intro is kind of nasty. It's pretty damn good. The problem with me is that I don't like heavy attacks, so there are a lot of units I didn't pull. Understandable. It's all about personal preference when it comes to playstyle, you know what I mean? I think she's mad free-to-play friendly, works well with standard units, and Zhang Liao weapon fits into almost any heavy attack team. Yeah, that's another thing. She's very free-to-play friendly. I agree with that. If anybody said that Iuno has no damage, you are just plain hating the character. Evidence of her being broken is in the game. A lot of people want to say things like that, and then you show them and they still... Like, bro, I had a dude in my Discord, right? Let me hit you guys with a little bit of a story time. I had a dude in my Discord talking about Brant has no damage. He's the worst 5-star character in the game. He was saying that Havoc Rover is even better than Brant as a main DPS, that he cleared Tower in like a minute and 20 seconds. Some people got in Tower with a Brant free-to-play team, so they didn't even use Lupa. It was Brant, SK, and Sanhua, and they cleared the same tower as that person in a minute and like 5-10 seconds, so faster than his clear. They showed him the videos. He still didn't believe it. He still said, no, you're wrong, Brant sucks. Bro, there's so much you can do to make people understand, but at the end of the day, you can't really make a blind man see. So don't even like stress yourself with it, bro. I hope the next Rover Element playstyle feels... I hope the next Rover Element feels fun. We were talking about that in the Discord. We were up until like 6 in the morning talking about a bunch of shit on the Discord. And Rover feels like a potato. I don't like it. I used to play Rover. I don't like it anymore. I hope the next element is in line with the gameplay of the current characters we're getting. I hope that if it's... I don't care if it's Fusion, Glacio. I hope it plays like, you know, Augusta... Iuno, these type of characters. If Iuno doesn't have damage, then Ling Yang is God. I'm going to guess Jet is not going. It seems that Jet is not going to be on, let's. So we can either see if maybe King will have someone else, or just wait until tomorrow and do it tomorrow. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. But yeah, man, today I think we had a good stream, ladies and gentlemen. It was a fun time. I know I haven't done the free-to-play account for 2 days. I've just been hella busy, tired. Like I said, my mom is sick, or not sick, but I'm taking care of my mom. My dog is sick. My girl is sick. So it's been a little bit difficult. But I'll try to stream earlier tomorrow. We'll do the free-to-play challenge account. We'll do the reactions that I have left, because I got like 4 reactions. I don't know what that first reaction was today. That was weird. But yeah, for now, guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Have a wonderful night, everybody. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and peace.
Looks like you don't care. Walking the dust off. Is that what you do? Is that all you're made of? Whatever ain't right, prove it on yourself. Revisit your actions.